Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of EmpireJeff TV. Coming to you on a Sunday night from Los Angeles, California, man. We're here to talk some NBA playoff basketball. Recap of a Sunday afternoon that was packed with a ton of NBA coverage, ton of NBA games, man. Some excitement. The Los Angeles Clippers almost blowing damn near a 30-point lead. Then kind of gathering themselves to get it back together, man. Looking like the sun is about to set on them Phoenix Suns, boy. Looking like 122-116 with 15 seconds left to go in that fourth quarter, man. The number 3 seed about to expel the number 6 seed from the NBA playoffs. Plenty of narratives to talk about when it comes to that team, that coaching staff, and what potentially could be next. And a pretty good friend of mine just shot me a text right now, said we damn sure dodged the bullet with Bradley Beal, man. And for sure, man. And the Minnesota Timberwolves sweep the first round of the NBA playoffs, sweep Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, and the others. Mr. Frank Vogel on the hot seat there. We know what that's like, right? And they advanced, man. But so that's over with. The first team to advance, first sweep there. Kevin Durant swept in the opening round of these playoffs. Going to be very interested to see what Phoenix does next. But there's a lot of action, a lot of stories, a lot of things coming the next couple of days, considering the first round of the NBA playoffs, man. And it's going to be exciting, man. Clippers Mavs series, man. That, like I said, damn near blowing a 30-point lead there. Lakers finally getting a win after being down 3-0, forcing a game 5 there in Denver tomorrow night. Indiana, man, I know there was no Dame. I know there was no Giannis. They're now up 3-1 in that best-of-7 series, man, taking total control there. My 3 upsets are alive, even though one of them lost today. My 3 upsets were Dallas over Clippers, Indy over Bucks, and Magic over Cavs. Those were my 3 upsets in the first round. No, I did not pick the Lakers to beat Denver in the first round because... Never mind. Did not pick that. That wasn't wise, Vegas wise. But like I said, man, a lot of NBA coverage to talk about here tonight. A lot of good games, man. Shout out to those New York Knicks, man. Go New York, go New York, go. Stretching out up to 3-1. I have no idea what Nick Nurse was doing there, playing Joel Embiid that entire second half when he's not right. But man, I called 3 upsets in the first round. Those are still alive, and I called Anthony Edwards as my breakout guy in these playoffs, man. So EmpireJeff looking good here, third person there. Looking good on the predictions here, man. The non-pom-pom predictions here, man. And shout out to everyone pulling up on a Sunday night. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all being part of the festivities tonight, man. And man. Do you want to say real quick, and I pinned this in the chat, man. We finally got our playback TV room over there to get monetized. So shout out to y'all for making that happen. Thank y'all the last 2-3 days. Making a strong push to get that going. If you haven't done so already, tap that link that's pinned at the top, man. Head on over to playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV. Become a member in the room over there and watch us cover these games live for the best play-by-play actual basketball breakdowns over there, man, on playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV. Get inside the mind of a former coach. Get inside the mind of people who see the ins and outs of basketball plays and structure. Head on over there, man. And I think you guys will truly enjoy it, man. So shout out to everyone who's tuning in here on a Sunday night. Like I said, shout out to OKC Thunder, man, for doing what they're doing in the first round. I know everyone was sitting back saying, yo, the Lakers could just get OKC in the first round. Duck everyone, get OKC in the first round. Bro, while that was a better matchup than the Nuggets, there still was no guarantee we were going to beat those OKC Thunder, man. Those boys are good. Those boys are good, man. They're very, very good. Now, while I think the Lakers would have had a chance, and I really felt they had no chance with Denver, I felt the Lakers would have had a chance almost with anyone else in that first round other than Denver, no matter who the head coach is, no matter who the water boy was, no matter who anyone that is, no matter if Mark Jackson was on those sidelines or not. It is so wild. But like I said, man, Denver, the cream of the crop, even though being the second seed, I still got them as the favorites right now. Those guys are gassing, clicking on all cylinders, even with the loss last night. Didn't look like they took it too serious, man. They gave it a try. The Lakers pushed back. They did it, but Denver's probably like, bro, we got like they got 3 more games to put us off if we need to. We ain't gonna force it. Shout out to the Lakers for getting that win. Shout out to not getting swept like KD and the Suns just did. But to me, that doesn't change anything. I don't feel like we live in a world where the Lakers are pulling this comeback off. I wish they could. I wish to God they could. But we keep it a buck around here, man. No pom-poms. You know what I mean? We're trying to keep that fact up here. So appreciate everyone tuning in here on a Sunday night. Like I said, man, Fofo, what's going on, man? KD or Beal, one of them gotta go. Yeah, we're going to talk a lot about this, man. We're going to talk about this. Being your trusted CBA capologist here on these YouTube streets. I'm going to rebuild the Phoenix Suns for y'all this summer, man. I'm going to put together something to show you what they should and probably could do. But right now, the Phoenix Suns ran so far past that stop sign in the second apron. They're extremely limited, but they got some things they could do. And just like the Lakers, the Phoenix Suns put themselves in a position where they have a parachute. They have something they could do that could control, alt-delete their whole franchise there. Lakers have that too. They're not sitting there like the Chicago Bulls with all this money and all these things, all these Zach LaVine contracts where they're stuck with what to do. Phoenix and the Lakers have some things they could do if they need to. It's just a matter of if they do. Are they going to, right? Are the Lakers going to fire Darvin Ham? What type of contract are the Lakers going to offer LeBron James if he opts out? Or does he opt in and get extended? What does that extension look like, right? What do these role players get moved for? What type of other players or all-star caliber players do the Lakers look to move for? Phoenix Suns have all those same questions. All those same questions. What does Milwaukee do if they go out in 5 games, right? Giannis often hurt this time of the year. Dame Lillard, we already know what Dame is. Dame is full of, we already know, right? What's Milwaukee going to do, right? If Boston, which I do think they'll get past Miami this year, obviously, but if Boston doesn't make the finals or gets embarrassed in the finals, what do they do, right? What do they do? New York Knicks sitting back playing with house money. They continue to add some things on there, right? I think they're going to be good moving forward. Clippers, right? Looking like Kawhi may be out the rest of this series. What do they do? You got James Harden. You got Paul George, unrestricted free agents. What do they do going into that new building, right? You got the Utah Jazz, Jesus, probably here open for business, looking what to do to add to their team now instead of selling. They're going to be very good moving forward, right? OKC probably going to get better. Sacramento Kings got some things to figure out and tool. Do they bring back Malik Monk? Do they extend him? Do they make some moves there to get better off that injury kind of step back season this year? There is a lot of questions and a lot of things. What does Memphis look like next season when Ja comes back and everyone's right over there? Like, there's a lot of questions heading in to all these, man. Appreciate you, Festo. Well, Max says, Suns to Cancun, man. You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. Shout out to the broom over there that we never saw, right? F that broom. F that broom. Like I told you, man. I told you, Denver, come sweep these. Get out of here with that, man. Little Dex, what's good? What's good? Beal got to go. I won't laugh at anyone because we're on the ropes too. And was in that same spot last night. Yeah, we was in that Spain last night, but we had to fight for our right to continue in these playoffs, and we did. Phoenix, man, all season, man. A couple episodes of Around the League, I called my frauds. And I called Milwaukee frauds. I called Phoenix frauds. And I called Boston frauds as far as an NBA championship. So I picked all 3 of them joints, picked my 3 upsets, picked my standout guy. And there's a lot of room for me to still be wrong. Absolutely. But I'm sitting pretty right now, man. Lewis, what's going on, man? What's good, bro? What's good with you? Fofo says, sup, Jeff? How's your day doing? Hoping your family doing well. My day went well, man. When was out and about, man, watching these games, hopping to a couple of different places, finished up, Buffalo Wild Wings, caught these games over there. Had a great time out and about today, man. Would have had a greater time if those Clippers pull off that complete meltdown. That would have been totally Clipper-esque. They figured it out at the end, and absolutely shout out to them for figuring it out. But that was almost a meltdown for that ass right there, man, for sure. Phoenix Slayer 1, what's good with you? Appreciate you for turning in, man. Get your brooms and trash cans out for the Suns. 100. Sunday, yo, Wolves a problem. Broom, facts Sunday. Wolves are that team that's probably best positioned to give Denver some fits. They got the Towers there. They got Ant to clash with Murray. They got McDaniels out there hovering on defense, man. They got Naz Reid off that bench. Got a superb veteran point guard in Mike Conley. And a very, very good head coach. So Wolves are going to give Denver, they end up facing Denver. There's some fits for sure, man. Absolutely. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight says, hey, everyone, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you as well. It says, go Lakers. Absolutely. Hit that like button. You know what? First air horn of the night. Absolutely hit that like button, man. Come on. We sitting here looking sitting unpretty at 15 likes in the building, man. If you have not done so already, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, man. Like I said, it's the 15 likes is disrespectful, man. Come on, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. 30% of the people who tune in on a nightly basis have yet to subscribe to the channel. I know some of y'all using burner accounts. You don't want to act like you're showing support, but you're still here trying to listen and take my takes. That's cool. That's cool. I can still see you, man. They came up with cheat codes within YouTube. We can see those Gmail linked accounts. So just be yourself. Show up. Drop a like. Drop a comment. Drop a challenge. Don't hide in the bushes. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. We want to talk. We want to talk to y'all, man. But appreciate y'all, man. Absolutely appreciate y'all. Shout out to everyone over on Twitter as well. Drop a like on the post. Drop a retweet over there, man. Y'all be greatly appreciated, man. Max Anderson says, KD going to look so good in a Laker jersey next year. Good God, I hope not. Don't you put that on us, Max Anderson. Come on, man. Come on, man. We do not want that. Last thing we need is have 3 guys on the team but no knees gonna come next year, man. We can't have that going, man. Come on, man. JSJ, what's up? We got a moderator in the building today, man. Moderator's been on PTO for me lately, man. We got to search for Search and Destroy, bro. I don't know where Search been, y'all. Anybody seen Search? We got to do a search for Search, man. Make sure, if y'all see Search, let them know I'm good, man. Let them know I'm good. Ain't seen him. Make sure he's good. Just want to make sure, he's okay out there in these YouTube streets, man. Just want to make sure Search is okay. And we worry about Search when he don't show up. We got to make sure he's good out there. Fofo says, I want KD, but I bet Phoenix going to ask too much for KD. I do not want KD. Remember, Laker tax is real. JSJ says, hey, Jeff, ready to get humiliated tomorrow? Excuse me. I don't know about humiliated, but I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for Mexico, man. I'm ready for Cancun, man. It's there. We there. We're not winning the series, y'all. We're not. I refuse to break out the pom-poms. I refuse to go full fanboy. Even though I want to, I would love to have some pom-poms. I would love to be full-fledged fanboy. I would love to be a raging homer right now and just talk reckless. But I'm not. Let's be realistic here. The Lakers are not winning the next 3 straight games against the reigning NBA champion Denver Nuggets and Joker, who best player in the league, best player in the world, most dominant player we've seen in a long time. Just got the league in his palm. Yeah, man. F what you heard. Mark Jackson can't stop this guy. It's just he's that great, y'all. He's that great. As nonchalant, as non-caring about the situation, as goofy, whatever you want to label it. That boy bad. That boy cold, man. That boy cold. Purple and Gold says, what's up, everybody? Happy the Wolves win. Sad Flippers won. Your thoughts, Jeff? And I'll listen to one of the goats. Hey, appreciate you, man. One of the goats. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, man, I had a feeling the Suns were going to get swept here. Clippers, man. Look, Clippers almost blew up. You got to give them credit, man. I was clowning. I threw it on the IG. I was like, but y'all see this Clipper meltdown? But you got to give them credit. They figured it out there in the end. Still got Dallas in the series, but that was a bad loss for Dallas. I felt they should have got that. They didn't. I still got that moving on. Dante, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing good, my guy. Hope you're having a good one, man. LOE, man. LOE dusted off the YouTube cobwebs today. But I see you in these streets, Lo. What's going on, man? All of that luxury tax just to get swept in the first round. Wow. Lo, you should have put all caps on that WOW, man. Wow. Absolutely. That's a lot of tax, bro. Damn, that's a lot of tax, man. That's a lot of tax. Bro, you need the Laker tax, man. That's Warriors, Clippers, Suns, tax. Good Lord. Dante says, Jeff, the Knicks are dogs. Oh, yeah, facts. I love the Knicks, man. I love what the Knicks are doing. Go New York, go New York, go. I'm here for it. They're doing their thing. Brunson being that little engine that could. Told y'all that this team reminds me a lot of the 2001 Philadelphia 76ers. I have no visions of them winning a championship. No. But I do have them going further and having some fun. Early in the season, actually, I was wrong. See that? I can admit when I was wrong. I was wrong early in the season. I thought they might have took a step back. But then they made that OG trade. And they made that Bogdanovich trade. And they did some things. I was like, oh, okay. But I got no problem admitting I was wrong, chat. Because they had the Knicks going backwards. But now they 2-step backwards and take 2 steps forward. Shout out to New York Knicks, man, doing their thing out there. Fofo says, Ant is the real deal. Damn, that kid is good and clutch. Yeah, man. Shout out to the future Laker, Anthony Edwards, man, for sure. KD is getting smoked by Ant-Man. Sheesh. And Ant-Man out there calling him an old ass man, calling him a geezer, just talking that trash. And KD can't do nothing with it. Ant out there like, we don't care what people say. Hey, he just doing it, man. Shout out to Ant, bro. KD was a fraud and Cupcake getting swept. Oh, man, you got that OKC hate in your heart, so I know you super happy right now. But you know what? I'm not even mad at that take. I think you might be almost right with that, man. Vegas Dev, salute to you, my brother. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being a member. My guy, Jeff, salute. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the props about my Thunder. Yeah, no, I've been, look. I've been saying that I felt the Thunder was a better matchup for the Lakers. I got no problem saying that. But there was no guarantee we weren't going to beat them, right? So look at this right now. You had teams that were like 3-0 versus a team in the regular season being down 0-3, right? I think Phoenix was like 3-0 on the Wolves. They just got swept. Regular season does always translate over, right? So when you're sitting there thinking, okay, yeah, yo, Jeff, my mans, my guy, the Lakers were 3-1 against OKC Thunder. Yeah, they were, man, but things hit a little different in these things called playoffs, right? And while I do think the Lakers would give them boys a run for the money, and I think they could beat them, there is no guarantees that the Lakers would beat the OKC Thunder. People forgot, like last year, the OKC Thunder gave us endless fits. This year we had the number a little bit, but it didn't mean we would come playoff time, right? So OKC is, people call them the weakest number 1 seed in NBA history. That's disrespectful. I think they're a very good team. They're very well coached. Coaches got Coach of the Year. Shea might get MVP. That's a very good team over there. There was no guarantee that even if the Lakers did duck that smoke with Denver, which I still can't wrap my mind around how people thought them in the first round would be a good idea. Just no. Let me digress here. What I'm saying is, does not mean we were going to beat OKC in the first round. No. What did not mean that was going to happen, man. Heads will roll in Phoenix. See, the thing with Phoenix is crazy, man. They're out there trying to fire Vogel. He on a 5-year contract. He's got 4 years left. Look. Shout out to my guy Conway the Machine with the look. Majority of teams around the league have the same complaints, the same bickering, the same tantrum, the same fits with their head coach the Laker Nation has with Darvin Ham. They do. Because they need someone to blame. They need a reason why we suck. Why do we suck? It has to be because of him. No. You put a defensive coach in there with no defensive players. Come on, Phoenix. Don't blame this on Vogel. You had to bury that big three was together how many times this season? That's not Vogel's fault that these dudes can't get their ligaments in line. Come on, man. Come on. And Darvin Ham, that dude should have never been hired in the first place. You don't hire a dude who can't drive the truck and get mad when he hits something with a truck. Stupid. He shouldn't have been hired in the first place, right? So I'm not going to hate on a guy that should have never been there. Now he is there and he needs to get his act together because or it should be gone. But what I'm saying is that man should have never been there. But you don't hire someone like Frank Vogel in Phoenix. Phoenix should have just went and got D'Antoni back. Be honest. Get a run and gun dude out there who admittedly tries to play no defense and just run and gun with that joint. Go get D'Antoni. Go get Pringles, man. Get him back. Go get him back. Or Phoenix, since you out there trying to do stuff that's crazy, stuff that's stupid, stuff that no one wants to do, go get Mark Jackson and show the rest of this world that man can't coach. Everybody will shut up. Go do that. Go do that. One time for your boy. Please go get Mark Jackson back. Phoenix, since you're throwing money away, go get Mark Jackson so people who forgot because they don't remember, they don't even know what type of anything he did 10 years ago. Go get Mark Jackson so you can remind MFs what Mark Jackson is. But you gotta have some you're going to have some women working their way through college around. You know what I'm saying? If you got Mark Jackson around, man, do that, though. Tony says, we had Miracle on Ice. If Lakers win a second, we can call it Miracle on Mountain. Hey, I wish you, man. I wish they would, man. I pray to God I wish they would. I'll wait until our season officially ends to give my input. Oh, man, no, I'm already knowing. I'm going to call Low fully loaded clip. He just Low over here loading up the ammunition. I mean, I got a good feeling, man. I got a good feeling with my guy, LOE, Mr. Los Angeles International Airport. I have a good feeling where you going with this. I got a good feeling. I can't believe Vogel got swept. Oh, man, never. Ham got to go, big bro. Lewis, what's going on? I agree. I've been saying Ham should have went. Should have went. There's this weird narrative around there, like I'm a hand protector or a Ham excuse maker. Is so crazy. When you tell the truth, people don't like you. But no, Ham should have been gone at the latest around the All-Star break. He wasn't. It is what it is. But while I'm very disappointed in Ham's progression, again, he never should have been the guy in the first place. So at the end of the day, they never should have hired this guy. And for me, I'm not going to sit here and end my world with a second-year head coach who shouldn't be there. I'm going to see past that portion because he's not qualified. He wasn't qualified for the job. He's a car salesman, and the Lakers bought the car. I ain't going to halfway hold y'all, man. I kind of fell for it a little bit too. Look, I'm going to do something a lot of YouTubers don't do. I'm going to admit I was wrong, all right? Because I thought, man, I like this energy. And I totally disregarded my beliefs with that. The Doc Rivers, Mark Jackson style of head coach. While I think both those guys will be better than Darvin because of just experience alone, those guys ain't taking you nowhere. None of those guys are beating Denver. F what you heard. They're not, right? So Darvin, I am a little ashamed of myself for drinking the Kool-Aid and buying the hype, the facts over feelings BS. But at the end of the day, I knew we just really didn't have many options. There really wasn't many people out there we were going to get. So I had heard a lot of good things about Darvin. The people in Milwaukee, the players, the fans, media, a lot of people really liked Darvin Ham. So in the back of my mind, I was like, why has he never been hired before, right? So there was always that. When the Lakers got him, I was hopeful, I was wishful. I was looking past my own principles and beliefs, and damn it, Jeffrey, you messed up. You should have stuck to your guns and stuck to your principles. Because everything about me screamed this was the wrong hire, and I still wanted to embrace it. And shame on me for that. Man. KD said, Jeff, how are them wings? Oh, man, we got a bunch of them. I went with a crowd, so man. They were banging, man. They were fire. What's your favorite wings, man? Either Wingstop or B-Dubs. If you got them around your way, let me know, man. There were some fire wings today for sure. Super team era is done for now, at least. Super team just don't make sense in today's era. You're absolutely right. It just does not make sense, especially when there is the era of the GOAT head coaches is pretty much gone, man. It's pretty much gone. It is what it is. Then those coaches are pretty much gone, man. Why didn't J Kidd put Lively back in for some rim resistance near the end? Harden had like 6 easy floaters. In Vegas Dev, that right there, you just further proved my point. Everyone, there are so many coaches in this league out there, Darvin Hamming. I'm telling you right now. People got to get outside. People got to venture into other fan bases. People got to hear other voices. They got to open the Laker blinds. They got to see the forest through the trees. Because my people's over at We Talk Mavs, my people that cover the Suns, the people that like Clipper fans, they all like you acting a fool here. I apologize. They're all out there hating their head coaches, saying the same things we say about Darvin. But the thing is, that's just the way coaches coach now. Small ball lineup, 3-guard lineups, fewer timeouts, right? Not using the bigs the way they should because they got accustomed to a league without bigs. This is par for the course when it comes to NBA head coaching. And our moronic coach is similar to that. It's just the way. It's a copycat league, as you've heard it said so many times. But there's a reason why I've continued to say for most of the season that the era of the great head coach is gone, because the entire league is filled with these developmental players or former head coach guys. Former player guys, former star player guys, and they're just not turning into anything because they just don't have the X's and O's standpoint. So like what people will get on Darvin Ham for his clipboard and what he draws up, but no one's really drawing those anymore, man. They get out there, they fill it out, they do their things in practice, they've got strategies, things they put in, and then it's just about principles. It's very rare that you grab a clipboard and you show it to a star player that this is what we're running. It doesn't really happen as much anymore. And that's that the game is suffering because of it. The game is absolutely suffering because of it. The actual X and O's guys and the guys who really know how to attack are like the Michael Malones, the Eric Spoelstras, the Tom Thibodeaus. Those guys are different. Few and far between, which is why I've continued to say that the Lakers need to spend to go, poach someone away from someone. Go pry a very good head coach away from another team. Go pay for it. Lucky, what are you doing? Go pay to get another team's quality head coach. You're the Lakers, man. Like, go get them. And the Lakers can if they would just spend, but that's a whole different discussion right now, man. And we got plenty of time during the summer to talk about that. Lakers stealing tomorrow's game. Hey, Dante, man, I love your optimism. I love your optimism, but Vegas must love you, my brother. Vegas must love you. Lowe says Vogel hates the Wizards. First Ruts gets him fired. Now, LOE was man, hitting the nail on the head right there. You're right, man. And you know what? I said it at the time. When it went down and it happened, I was like, I'm not tripping on that, because at the end of the day, who's playing defense out there? What that depth looked like? Once Grayson Allen got hurt, I was like, man, I was never scared of Phoenix. Never was. I called them a fraud on ATL and around the league. I called them. I put it out there before anyone. Saying about Suns. I never bought into the Phoenix Suns. Never, ever did I buy into this season's version of the Phoenix Suns, man. Nah, you just don't win that way, man. That's right, Jeff. You got to fight for your rights. Fight the power. Sweep these. Nah, absolutely. Hey, Craig, what's going on, man? Appreciate you, bro. Ant-Man, next big star. Facts. Future Laker Ant-Man. Make sure you throw that in the quotes, man. Where's search on? Yo, search. Yeah, I don't know, man. We got to put a search for search. Search. I heard that search don't come around unless you got like 2,000 followers, bro. I heard that I'm too small for search now, man. I'm too small for search, man. I'm too small. I'm about to have open auditions for some moderators around here, man, because search done gave up on you, boy. You don't come to my playback. You don't come to YouTube. Search out there searching, man. I don't know what's going on, man. Dante said we win in tomorrow, man. Hey, I love it. I hope we do. I believe it when I see it, though. Search is in Cancun with the sun. King Jedi, what's good, man? Yeah, where the Lakers at? The Lakers are on their way to Denver, hopefully trying to steal a game 5, man. If they do get tomorrow, though, I'm going to tell you right now, if they get tomorrow, there's a whole different vibe trying to come back from 3-2 than 3-0, right? But I'm just not convinced they're going to get tomorrow. If they do, it does make it easier, still very hard. What the hell? How the hell is the Minnesota Timberwolves coach getting hurt in a game? Torn a patellar tendon in his knee. Yo, you got coaches out here getting hurt on the sideline? Come on, Darvin Ham. If you don't at least rupture an AC, if you don't rupture your Achilles in the next game, Darvin, wow, man, you got coaches out here sacrificing those limbs, man. This is crazy. What is going on? Hold on. Let me get people up here. Reposting your boy, except for people who don't do that no more. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Lakers Dodgers for life. Jeff, what's your take on Draymond calling out AD after he almost murmured another black man in pool? Yeah, so that whole situation is weird because I'm still not totally convinced who AD was referring to. Myself, I don't have really a sense or an opinion on it yet. But when I talked to someone close to the situation, I was told that the Lakers were upset about it because the Lakers felt he was calling out Braun. I don't know if that's the case. I want to be clear about that. I heard that from 3 separate people. One of them flat out told me, like, just think back to the record-breaking night when Braun broke the record. AD was not loving the way the Lakers were going about it, not the way they loved the way they were playing, and he did not love the way that Braun went away from him in that second half and kind of went into ISO ball. Now, those were not my words. That was someone else's. But they are way more involved and around the scene than any of us are on YouTube. So for me to question them would be kind of weird. However, I don't know if that's 100% true. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know Anthony Davis. I'm not in his head. But as far as the people that are in these locker rooms, I could tell you several people felt that was a dig at Braun. And shout out to my guy, Lamont, over at FYF Sports Debates, man, the big dog in the NBA streets for YouTube, man. He's been saying that all season. And like I said, if you just watch these clips, there's 2 things that are consistent with every single game before the Lakers tip off. It's AD going over to Darvin Ham and putting him in a massive bear hug. And that little skip he does, left, right, and then point. Those are 2 of his pregame rituals. And bear hugging Darvin Ham is one of them. And I just feel that he does that as part of a signal and a show of support and showing that he's not one of these guys out there bashing him, because AD leads by kind of his actions, not his words. So that kind of backs up what those people were saying. But me personally, I don't know if that's 100% true. I could see why he'd be frustrated with Darvin. I could see that. So like I said, that's not me, but that's someone else's information who is more involved than anybody I know on these YouTube streets. So I'm kind of inclined to trust him, man. And them. The future is beating the present. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. KD to the Lakers. Make the call, KD. Jeff. Nah, man. I don't want that to happen, man. Dan Inspiration says Ant-Man has some Kobe in him, but trash talking like Larry Bird. Yeah, he does. And I've been saying that. He's got a lot of that old school vibe to him, man. Stay up. What's up with you, my guy? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your continued support as always, man. But speaking of the continued support out here, man, 24 likes. Y'all, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's not be disrespectful around here, man. You don't walk in someone else's house like that and scuff off the floors, man. Drop a like on the video, man. We got over 70 people in the building, 24 likes, man. A third? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Let me just chill. I'm going to chill here and just, chill with Lucky until people start taking the stream serious and drop some likes. Come on, man. Come on. You upset Lucky. You walked away from me. I don't even got Lucky to play with. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. 24 likes. 24 likes. You're gonna get Lucky upset around here, man. That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Don't be disrespectful. Purple and Gold says Bradley Beal, no trade clause, big problem. Phoenix needs a whole bottle of Advil before going to bed tonight. Yeah, so he has a no trade clause, but if there's a place he wants to go, like I think make it work and make it make sense, he'll make it work, but he's gonna control it. Yes, and they did inherit that no trade clause, absolutely. So they may have to move Booker. They may. It sounds crazy. Or KD. I mean, here's the thing. Okay, so let's talk about it. I talked about it earlier where they kind of have like a fail safe. They kind of have something they can do there. Phoenix could unload Booker, Beal, and KD and recruit a ton of draft picks, some players, and then hit the reset on that, man. They have that in play. They have that in play. That's why they ran through that second apron. That's why they said we're gonna do it. We're gonna push through. We're gonna make it happen. Because we know we can get out of this. And they can. Same with the Lakers. The Lakers could always trade AD, move these other guys, and just rebuild if they want to. I'm not saying they're going to, not saying they should. But what I'm saying is it's not like they're sitting here with guys they can't move. They got guys they could move, man. Facts on facts on facts. Facts on facts on facts. Absolutely, fofo. So all I do, man, I'm always right sometimes. I'm trying to tell y'all around here, man. I'm always right sometimes. Phoenix to Cancun flight will be busy tomorrow. Facts, facts, facts. They said, go off, Jeff. I mean, shit, we keep it 100 around here, man. We keep it $1.50, $1.50 around here, man. Phoenix lack depth and size. Yeah, depth, size, defense. There's a lot of things they lack, Bloodhound. They were very top heavy, very, very good. Like very, reminds me, it's funny because I feel like Phoenix is like Boston West. If Boston was on the West with their very top heavy roster, I think they would struggle, right? And I think they're going to struggle as the playoffs progress because their starting lineup is outstanding, but they're not deep. They don't go past like 6-7 guys. 1 or 2 injuries, man, they're in trouble. You're going to trust KP to stay healthy for a whole playoff run? I don't know, man. I don't know. So we'll see about that, man. Well, Milwaukee was deeper, but they lost their top 2 players. And, that's just going to happen. Now, the New York Knicks lost Julius Randle, a very key piece, but that trade deadline saved them. And they're a very good defensive team, man. Pringles, man. You know it. Bloodhound, please try to tell people, man, why are people trying to act like Mark Jackson is a part like Phil Jackson when it's more like Freddie Jackson? Come on, y'all, man. I'd rather have Curtis Jackson than Mark Jackson, man. Give me G-Unit out there on the sideline versus hand down, man down. Get him out of there, man. Come on. Ain't no one messing with Mark Jackson. The dude ain't seen the league in 10 years. He can't even get a job on the sidelines, man. Because people know the dirt is there. No one wants to deal with that, man. No one wants, you know what? I'm still not going to do it. I got so many people in my DMs, so many people messaging me about it, and I don't want to do a video degrading a man. I don't want to do it. But as this narrative keeps getting that thick, I might have to, yo. You might have to remind people. You might have to remind people, man. KD said, remind us, Jeffy, about that Mark Jackson pack. Yeah, he just hit it. I can't do it, man. I don't want to do it. Look, there's people I care about who got a lot of love for Mark Jackson, and I don't want to go that route. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I want to be clear about that. I don't want to do it. But if it continues to be that narrative, then I almost have to do it. It's almost like a job, man. You gotta do the job, man. You gotta remind people why it is why is the total opposite of intelligence to hire Mark Jackson. Just point blank period. Point blank period, man. Jamor TV, what's going on, sir? So Empire, you think we will win tomorrow if we get a big lead? We need to finish it with it. I am hoping with every fiber in my being, and I am praying to the basketball gods that not only do we win tomorrow, but we win the next 3 games. I'm praying to God that it happens. I'm also praying to God that I win the lottery the next 3 days too. And the odds of either one of these things happening, J Moore TV, I'm pretty sure you can figure that out, right? So I think the Lakers winning this series are about the same odds as me winning the lottery. And I ain't talking about like a $300 joint. No. I'm talking about that big boy, the big joint. You know, the multi-million, 100 million, billion joint. Powerball. And so if you had to ask me about the Laker chances, I'm going to hit you with a... I'm just trying to keep it real, man. Let me be clear. I am praying. I will be rooting. I will be covering. I want it bad. I want them to win. I do. But again, the pom-poms don't get you nowhere. I'm trying to keep it $150, man. Richard MVP, why didn't get Ty Lue for 4 years? Yeah, the stupid Lakers offered him 2 years. They offered Monty Williams 2 years. And because Frank Vogel was desperate, he took the 2 years. That's the only reason we got him, is no one else wanted those 2 years, man. Darvin finessed me like a 3-card monster hustler with the cardboard table on Jamaica Ave in 96, man. Facts, man. I got no problem admitting, man. Darvin finessed me too, bro. He did. Congratulations to Candace Parker for a wonderful career, 3-time champs. Let me get another one on that. Absolutely. Rodell says Anthony Edwards is one bad man. That dunk, though, he absolutely is. Facts. Vogel would be great for the Bucks. Yeah, actually, you know what? Vogel in a situation like that, when you got defensive players, yeah. I was joking. I was saying last year that when the Celtics got rid of Ime and they brought in Mazzulla, shout out to my guys, DJ Deadeye and Easy Money over there in Boston, man. I was telling them y'all should have added Vogel to your staff for defense, man, because I think Vogel in the right situation, or Vogel as a top assistant, like I would love Frank Vogel as an assistant, right? But as a head coach, man, he's very similar. He has no offense. His substitution pattern. He fell in love with Avery Bradley, just like Darvin did with Schroeder and Torian. He's very similar to Darvin Ham, as is Mark Jackson. You know, very similar to that type of coach. The Lakers need to go get and pay for a top-tier quality head coach. They got to pay. They got to pay to get it happen, man. Come out them checkbooks, man. But they're probably not going to. The Lakers love that $4 or $5 million a year head coach. They just love that right there, man. Big baby. How are those wings, man? Wings were fuego, fire, brother. Lakers need help right now. Facts. JSJ says, make sure to go to Jeff Playback, www.playback.tv/EmpireJeff TV. Come on, JSJ. Come on, man. Let's see. Yeah, he got ran into. It looks really bad. I was like, coach getting hurt out here, man. Come on, man. See, that's why you don't have your hands in your pocket, Darvin. You got ready to push my mofos off when they get close to you, man. Jesus, man. Even though Darvin been having a lot of out-of-pocket experiences lately with keeping his hands out of his pockets. But damn, man, you out here having coaches getting hurt? What's going on? We had a fan tear his ACL in a game this year with the Lakers shooting a half-court shot. What's going on, man? What's going on? Mike Conley got collided to his coach. Yeah, that's just crazy, bro. Bloodhound says agreed. Jeff, Celtics live and die by the 3. They do. They live and die by the 3, man. And especially in clutch situations. Like, I know a lot of people don't watch Celtics basketball. I do. I got a lot of Boston homies. I got a lot of New York City homies. I got a lot of people. We watch those games, talk trash, and they're a top team. So I like watch them and break them down. Tatum and those boys settle for a lot of 3s in the clutch, man. And they're very, 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 I was almost like very, very, very bad in the clutch, man. Very, very bad in the clutch, man. And don't be surprised if they don't get out of the East, y'all. I know it should be a cakewalk for them, but it's just something about them. Something about them I don't trust. Might as well get the Airbnb ready in Cancun. I'm telling y'all, man, you want to meet a Laker? You want to meet a Laker? I had a drink with a Laker. Go to Cancun right now, man. Go to Cancun right now. Get it popping for your IG. Get it popping for your TikTok, man. Get it popping for your Instagram Reels. You know what I mean? For your YouTube Shorts. Get out there to Cancun, man. Lakers are going to meet you there soon, brother. Shout out to my Court Kings brother, Chris the Graphic. God, what's going on, man? Why does everyone want Mark Jackson? Them narratives, boy. Them narratives. Mark Jackson, again, I don't want to. And again, I want to keep saying this. I don't want to come down on another man. I don't want to do it, but people keep pushing for it, right? People keep pushing for it. So it's like eventually becomes a responsibility to remind MFs why it's impossible. Remind MFs why not a single college program even considered it. while not even a single high school program considered it. You got Derek Fisher out there saying, I'll coach high school basketball just to get back in there and show us. We're like, dudes don't want no part of Mark Jackson, bro. They don't want no part of it. None. I love Mark Jackson, but I know, Jeff, it's not about me hating. I want to be clear. I'm not hating on Mark Jackson from a personal standpoint. I am not. I don't have a personal beef with Mark Jackson. Obviously, I don't know the man, right? But what I'm saying is, I know the backstories. And just like when we saw this NBA trade deadline and we saw all these people trying to tell you every trade that was going to happen for every reason why, and I told y'all, I was batting 1,000, y'all. So I'm trying to tell you the same thing. The Mark Jackson stuff is crazy, y'all. He will never be hired by an NBA team, bro. It just will never happen. And the people bigging him up couldn't even tell you his coaching style. Like, it ain't gonna happen. No NBA team wants Mark Jackson. No team, period, Bloodhound wants Mark Jackson. Hit him with it. You know what's hilarious? You got a guy, I saw the Clippers making the round on the web about Mark Jackson bashing Darvin Ham, and Darvin Ham made it further in the playoffs than Mark Jackson ever did. Come on now. Hey, Jeff. Hey, chat. Will sacrifice Chris Finch to sweep the Suns. Absolutely, Kurt Affair, man. Absolutely, man. Agree, Bloodhound. Amen. There we go. Yo, Kurt Affair. Let me mind my business. People talking to each other. Lakers were 100% not training for a third star this offseason, and it's most likely D'Lo gone, to be honest. Just hope we can get something for D'Lo. If D'Lo opts out, then he's probably gone. If he opts in or does a sign and trade type of thing, then I got to really wait and see how things go. This is going to be a weird off season. It's going to be a weird summer, a little different than your average one, man. Because like I said, it's a true boogeyman in the CBA. A lot of people really are going to try to just clear the decks and start over leading into the summer. Lakers are in position to benefit from that. So we're going to have to wait and see what that looks like, man. Jeff, which point guard the Lakers can get for D'Lo replacement in the offseason? I'm going to tell you this. Keep an eye on Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams. It's a big and a guard. Two needs for the Lakers. Although off-injured Williams, I don't necessarily know if that's the best idea, but just some things I'm hearing. Keep an eye on Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams in Portland. Keep an eye on that. And you really have to wait and see how the playoffs shake out to see what teams may just like hit the reset button here, man. Savage says Lakers need to trade 17 to the Knicks for 24 and 25, grab a center in the wing. You know, I don't hate that, Savage. I don't hate that at all. I keep saying I think the Lakers want to get Bronny. That they should trade, just keep moving back and get more, right? Get guys. Because one thing I've said before, and a lot of people don't talk about this, and this is why you got me. This is why y'all got me, man. The ins and outs of these basketball politics, man. And I'm trying to tell you, the thing with this is, if it's not a deep draft, what they're saying is potential no superstar or franchise changing star. Well, there are probably several solid role players for your future in this draft. So if you can go ahead and get 2 first-round picks here, 24, 25 for 17, and potentially flip one of those 24, 25 for maybe 3 or 4 seconds. And you can snag Bronny and some other guys and do these things and do something that makes sense and try to build out some really solid rotational guys moving forward. And like I said, that's the untrained eye and mind talking about a weak draft, not knowing how you really win the draft, which is by, not necessarily star players, but perennial solid role players throughout. The Derek Fishers, the Robert Ory's, the Rick Foxes, the Brian Shaws, those type of guys are very, very important to winning championships, right? Lakers are going to get stars. Teams can get stars. It's harder for the teams to get the co-stars than it is to get the actual stars. And so that's where a draft like this year can actually help. And you're going to hear people steal that take, so just remember where you heard it first. I'm just saying. We're a top-tier organization. We go out there hiring penny coaches. Yeah, there's a reason for that, though. There's a reason for that. Streets are saying Murray is day-to-day. Any word if he plays tomorrow? I don't know. If he is day-to-day, obviously that helps our causes, but you still got Joker out there. He's a bad man. Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon step up their role. Reggie Jackson tends to kill us when he gets big minutes. So we'll see what that looks like. But just because Murray is out, Murray has not had a fantastic series yet. They still won a 3-0 on us. So I don't know if it makes a world of difference, but it's definitely an advantage, Lakers, for sure. The coach to get is David for the Nuggets and Vogel assistant coach for defense. Are you talking about Alleman? Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. Do we really want another rookie head coach though? I know he's a top tier assistant. I just don't know if I want to go down the path of another. Because remember, Luke Walton was heralded as a very, very high up and coming assistant coach. Same with Darvin Ham. Part of me really, really wants a guy who's driven the car before. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we've gone down that road of these guys, and it just hasn't worked out, man. I don't like Mark Jackson. So, I mean, I don't personally dislike the man. I just know he's not a great coach. I know what he ran. I know his systems. I know what he did. I know his lack of adjustments. He made Doc Rivers look like he had adjustments. He can't coach offense. He had solid defensive principles, but he just ran ISO. Like, there's a lot of things. That is just I could talk all day about the basketball side of it. I don't want to even talk about the personal side, where it was like literally every single person in the organization was praising God once he was gone. Like, it was that bad. It was nuts. Let's see. Google Mark Jackson. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. It's not even close. It's not even close. I know people are living on prayer, holding on a memory, and it ain't gonna happen, and nor should it. Roy, what's going on? Good evening, Jeff. We need to face reality. The Lakers season have not strung 4 wins in a row. They play one game and the next they tank. Why do Laker fans think it's going to happen now? I don't think it's going to happen now. Jackie, what's going on, man? We should hire The Rock as our next coach, right? Right. If you want a motivational speaker, get The Rock over Darvin Ham. Man, that shot by Paul George of that. Getting the ball back, side step to the 3-point when Dallas was up 105, 105. Jesus, man, that was a big time shot. Rob Pelinka have to go. I agree with you, Louis. Lewis. I think at this point, the Lakers need a new face of the basketball of operations side. I 100% agree with you on that. That way, Ginny can get back to the business of basketball on the other side and building the brand and maintaining the brand and not the day-to-day. I've told y'all, and I will continue to say it. I know everyone's out here pom-pomming Bob Myers, but I'm telling you, man, Tim Connolly, he built Denver. He built Minnesota. He has an opt-out this summer. There's a lot of beef up there in that organization with a potential ownership change. He took that job under the assumption that A-Rod and that other guy would be his boss, not Glenn Taylor. And again, this take will be stolen. So remember where you heard it first. But what I'm saying is keep an eye on Tim Connolly, man. And if the Lakers pay for him, and then someone like, let's say, Ty Lue don't make it out this round, things can get interesting. But I think the Lakers need to tear down. Look, we all know what the Kobe connection and where Rob met the Kobe and Vanessa and all them. And I understand Jeannie's position. I understand that it's going to be really hard to fire Kobe's best friend, Gigi's godfather, someone who is constantly there supporting Vanessa and all that. I understand that's hard. I understand that it's very hard to do. Gut-wrenching, heartbreaking. I understand that. But you pick up the phone, you call Vanessa, right? And you let her know. You don't leak this out like it came out with Vogel. You don't do that stupid stuff. And you just got to do it. Because at the end of the day, I'll tell you this right now. At the end of the day, if Rob or as Vanessa and I call him P, wasn't who doing his job as Kobe's agent, Kobe would have fired him. He would have. And Kobe would be the first to say that, bro, you're killing me. You're not doing this. You're not doing it. You embarrassed me. I recommended you. So you can't hold on to him for Kobe. Because Kobe would flat out say, Kobe knows it's a result-driven league. So if you're not bringing those results, you got to go. See you when I see you. We'll bring you back for the 2020 reunion joint. We'll see you then. But at the end of the day, this is bigger than Rob Pelinka. This is bigger than Vanessa Bryant, right? We've got to get this done. Make the call out of courtesy. Let her know what's going to happen. And then move on. Move on. You fired Byron Scott. He's back there all the time. Move on. Magic Johnson has been in and out of this organization. Came, quit as a head coach. Came back as a player, retired again. Came back an executive, dipped. He's there all the time. They ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Put a plug. Put a plug. You got to do what you got to do. That's why in business, a lot of people ain't cut out for business. A lot of people ain't cut out for it. You got to be shrewd. You got to be ready to pull that plug. You got to be ready to do what you got to do. Got to spend money to make money. You can't just sit back on your hands and be scared. Spend your money. Make smart decisions. Put a plug on people when you need to. Don't look back. It ain't personal. It's business, baby. See ya. That's how it goes. We've all been let go. I've been on both sides of that. I've had to let go of people I love. Right? I've had to. It just is what it is. It's the nature of the business. And they knew that going in. And you know what? We still kick it. We still hang out. Because they know it ain't personal. They know. They know they didn't do the job. And it's my job to make sure the job gets done. I'll recommend them. I'll get him in somewhere else. I still got their back. I still love them. Still got love for me. But at the end of the day, we ain't building this together no more. You can't get it done. That's how it goes. And that's how Genie has to approach Rob Pelinka. Point blank, period. Rondo and Sheed Wallace for assistance. That's my pick. Oh, for sure. But we still got to get ahead. We still got to get ahead, Coach Purple. I'm with you. I'm with you. Shan, what's going on, man? KD swept. Absolutely. KD went out there and got swept, but the Lakers told Vander, sweep these. Nah. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, Shan. Appreciate you, bro. If Thunder somehow shock everyone and win the whole entire thing, oh, man, that'd be crazy. That would for sure be crazy. Kane, what's good, bro? That Suns team is unbalanced as no point guards or good centers. Nurkic can't play D. Facts. Honestly, they should try moving Beal and Nurk for Capella and Trey. And they might. Dad Mike Conley injured his coach. That's just crazy, bro. Richard said, get Ty Lue. They're going to try. They're going to try for sure. Anthony Edwards is him. No player has excited me that much since MJ and Kobe. Straight up, I would love him to be the future Laker. He a future Laker, the Bruins, eh? He a future Laker, man. I'm speaking that joint into existence. He a future Laker, man. Braun, AD, Vando, Reeves, Max Lewis, JHS, hopefully Wood, the only locks I would say for next season. Well, Wood would have to opt in, right? I mean, he might because he didn't have a great season and he may not get more than another minimum offer. He might just want to stay in LA. So maybe. Dante says Tim Connolly or Bob Myers. There you go. I'm going with Tim, bro. I'm going with Tim. I think Myers is cool, but I think the narrative's on Myers. I think he gets a little more credit than he probably should. He didn't draft Steph. He didn't draft Clay. He didn't sign KD. That was Draymond and Steph recruiting him. I think Bob Myers didn't do anything to mess it up, but I don't think he's as good as Connolly. That's just me. Hit stick stepper. Salute my guy, Jeff. Triple salute my fam. If we can get this dub in Denver, we got action to force a game 7. It's that 100. Again. I am hoping, I'm praying, I'm wishful. I just don't know if it's going to happen, brother. Can we get Ant-Man? Is it possible? We can in the future. Not right now, but I think it's possible in the future. I think he's going to outgrow that market. Roy says, how about Jeff Van Gundy, or is he too old school? How about LeBron turned player coach? No, Jeff Van Gundy. I don't think he'll coach in this era of the league. And Braun player coach, they don't allow that anymore, Roy. Player coaches aren't allowed in today's league. How can Hart get 17 boards, but Rui struggled to get 5? Rui's had a terrible postseason. Terrible. Phoenix Buns gone fishing. Absolutely. Rob failed by not getting a real center for and Darvin. Yeah, Darvin should have never been hired, Joe. Should have never been hired. And honestly, Jeannie and Rob should have told Braun and AD no to the Westbrook trade. They should have done it. But they co-signed it and went along with it. So their hands are just as dirty as their stars. But the second they made that Russ trade, we just haven't been able to make up for that. I take Phil in a wheelchair compared to this. You might be right. Low-key starting to look like young man's league. There's no low-key, Kane. It is a young man's league. You got Steph out the playoffs. You had KD just swept. You have Braun down 3-1. We there now. Imagine if we can move D'Lo for Jalen Suggs and Wendell Carter Jr. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Orlando's a massive wild card this offseason. They got something like $66 million in cap space. So be on the lookout for what they can actually do this summer. Like I said, when it comes to D'Lo, if it's going to be him leaving outright, Orlando, Philly, and OKC, keep an eye on them. When it comes to Klay Thompson, Orlando, Golden State, and the Lakers, keep an eye there, right? Because he may just say, F it, I'm going to take a mid-level or a minimum. I'm just going to be out of here, right? Or he may just go for the biggest bag possible, which would be Orlando. When I say Philly, because if Philly misses out on Paul George, then potentially D'Lo can be in play, but I don't think Clay's in any play there. And OKC can get upwards of $30-something million in cap space. And I think D'Lo would fit in well there on a 1-2 year deal there to play alongside Shea in that backcourt with that shooting. I think that's kind of a slept-on opportunity there. So keep an eye on it there. I think Paul George would be perfect for that OKC team too, but I don't think they can get to $49-50 million, which is his max. So I think Paul George, it comes down to Indy, Philly, or the Clippers. Back to the Clippers for that, for Paul George. If the Clippers do not offer a max, then I think he might dip. Rui played solid last game. Yeah, but D'Lo had one good game in the series too. He's had a horrible overall series. Without a legit second big man to help AD, it's going to be really tough to compete. Compete against Denver for sure, but you have these wings and these guards out there can shoot. that could help you against these other teams. Like when you have like the Clippers, you have OKC, you have Phoenix, all these teams they couldn't beat in years past. They beat them all this year because they had the wing depth. But it's almost impossible to build out an entire team where you got the shooting, you got the wings, you got the primary big, and you got the secondary big. The cap just doesn't work to cover for all that when you got LeBron making $50 million a year. So the Lakers have to pick and choose their battles here. So if they go back and they prioritize a solid secondary big man, then you got to sacrifice the shooting in the wings. And then you're going to get killed by teams like the Clippers, OKC, Phoenix, because you don't got a way to guard these wings. And when you're strategically planning to build your team to stop one team that you're not even guaranteed to face, especially when your roster is not built to beat the other teams in the league. And that's the problem with the Lakers model right now. Let's talk podcast. What's going on, sir? Appreciate you, man. What is your ideal offseason, Jeff? Appreciate the content. Hey, appreciate you. Thank you. The ideal offseason would be to remove the head coach we currently have, get a solid head coach, get a solid coaching staff, get a new face of the basketball operations, and then try to convince, for the love of God, to try to convince LeBron James to take a pay cut. If you could get LeBron James down to $25 million a year and then use that other money that you would be saving on tax, etc., to go get a top tier head coach and a top executive to then build out there and use those tools with Rui and Austin and whatever Vando, these pieces that you have to flip that into something else, as someone that knows what they're doing better in today's NBA, that would be my ideal. But when it comes down to a straight up what player, I don't know yet. Let's talk, because I don't know who's going to be 100% available. I got to wait to see what teams go out early, what rifts become here, what teams want to move on from the structure that they have, what teams want to bail ahead of this of this new wave and the true real summer and the boogeyman of the new CBA. We're gonna have to wait and see how that lines up. Kawhi is not looking good, Kane. I feel bad for him. Obviously not rooting for the Clippers, but I do not want to see that version of Kawhi. I don't want to see him out there hurt. That sucks. Like, I prefer to see them. But unfortunately, to be honest with you, I hate to say it, but I think this Clipper team is better without Kawhi out there. I think Kawhi out the lineup, the Clippers are better. When Kawhi is in there, I think it hurts them. So that's why I think it's better for them to just sit him the rest of the series. I think that's their best chance to beat Dallas, as crazy as it sounds. But I still got Dallas coming out of the series, to be honest. Kane says, I was on the subreddit. They said DFS is overrated. DFS is overrated if you expect him to be more than what he is. He's a winning style basketball player. He's a Vando-ish guy who shoots better. So he's a guy that can help you win, but you have to have the right team for his effects to really be felt. So someone like DFS is strong. He's solid. He's good. But if you don't have the proper players around him, kind of like Vando at times when the people question his offense, then it can hurt you, right? But if you have the right team, then someone like DFS could be a strong piece for you. Ant-Man cooked KD and Devin Jenner and snatched both ASOs. He did. And Dante, thanks for pulling up, man. Appreciate you, man. He sent Devin Booker, Anderson Paula home, man. He did. He said, get out of here. Get all the way out of here, man. The new CBA is going to force teams to make moves, and some teams will capitalize on these things. Hopefully, the Lakers will come off of that. Exactly. That's what I've been saying, man. And y'all know me, man. I'm not a CBA dude here on YouTube, man. It's going to be a fun summer breaking that stuff down for you, man. Quality Kev, salute to you, man. Ant-Man dunking on KD felt like a pass the torch moment. Yeah, man, that's real. I wouldn't blame Bron for not taking a pay cut, but at the same time, he has to know that it won't help tremendously if he actually still cares about winning. And that's what I'm saying, Vegas Dev. It's the thing with Bron is, if he's going to be the top paid player on the team, then we can't expect to win. We just can't expect to win. We can't build a team out properly. It's no shade to him. It's just he's going to be 40 next year. So you can't expect to have a 40-year-old guy being the top guy on your team getting paid. It's going to be really hard for you to fill out a roster on top of that. Would you consider Ty Lue again if they don't extend him? I personally would like him or Kenny Atkinson, someone with experience. Those two guys would be great. I would love Ty Lue with Kenny as the associate head coach, or someone else as the associate head coach, someone up there, right? So yeah, Ty Lue, I know Clipper fans don't like him. Again, the bashing that Darvin Ham gets from Laker Nation is the same type of bashing that a lot of these other coaches get from their fan base. This is nothing new. This is nothing out of the ordinary. Shout out to my guys over at We Talk Mavs. They talk about it all the time with Jason Kidd. Laker fans think Jason Kidd would be a savior. Dallas is like, please take this guy. Dallas people will be like, we'll trade you Darvin Ham for Jason Kidd right now. You know what I mean? Because it's like, that's just how fan bases are, right? So the same frustrations that we have with Darvin, a lot of other teams have with their head coach. It's out there. I'm not making this up. I talk to these people. You know what I mean? I'm not making this up. So it's not always just about getting another coach. You got to get the right coach, man. Kane says, would DFS be a good Rui replacement? Defensively, yes. Offensively, I'm not sure. I think a right coach could help unlock another version of Rui. That part I agree with. Quality Kev said some people really had the Suns as contenders. I wasn't that high on them. No, I had them as pretenders for sure. I've had them as pretenders for a while. I called them a contender in the offseason because I had them being like a top 5 team, but did not have them as a chance to win a title. I just didn't. I never thought, 1, they were going to be healthy enough, 2, skilled defensively enough, 3, deep enough. Just never saw them as being that team. And it's a team that I thought would be a lot more fun to watch in the playoffs. I thought they had a chance to go a little bit further. Team, it's kind of crazy. Like I said, a team led by Steph not even making the playoffs. Team led by KD getting swept. Team by Braun almost getting swept and now down 3-1. KD had 33 points tonight, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Like, he's still out there hooping. But the problem is KD is still chasing super teams. He's still living in the past because that's the only way he's known how to win. So he's thinking that's the only formula. But KD doesn't realize if he didn't have Bradley Beal and he had 3 or 4 other guys as opposed to Bradley Beal, that team would have been better. And, KD's still living in that fantasy land like he's still on Golden State or his early years in OKC. And it's going to cost KD getting, another ring. He's not going to get another ring in his career, probably not as a top-tier player on that team. Would you bring Klay Thompson to the Lakers? Lewis said, I would at the minimum or the biannual exception, which actually I don't think they could use because they use it on Torian Prince this year. So if Klay says, all right, F it, we're not getting anywhere with Golden State. They've embarrassed me. They've disrespected me. I'm out of here. I'm going to take the minimum for the Lakers to 1 year. That way, yes. Just like I said with Chris Paul last year, if he got bought out, we can get him for the minimum, yes. But Klay Thompson is not Klay Thompson anymore. While I do feel he's worth more than the minimum, I think he's like a mid-level guy now. Because the Lakers have so many needs, I don't think I would use my mid-level on Klay Thompson from the Lakers. You think we can get Hartenstein and Jake Landale? Hartenstein, I think the Knicks would love to bring back, and they're going to be able to. So that part, I don't know. I'm very interested to see what type of big man the Lakers look for. And the type of big man I'm going to keep an eye on here, depending on what his market looks at, is Jonas Valanciunas from the Pelicans. The Lakers can get him. I think that would really help. He's made a lot of money in his career, over $130 million in his career. I don't necessarily think he's going to get a $15 to $20 million deal multi-year to stay with the Pelicans. I don't think so. So I think if the Lakers have a chance to kind of snag him with the mid-level, whether it be taxpayer or non-taxpayer, whatever it is, whatever they end up with their books, I think someone like Valanciunas would be a very, very solid big next to AD. So keep an eye on him. I think that would be a good grab. All coaches get criticized, but the other team's coaches at least call timeouts and challenges. Yeah, Tony, I hear you. Darvin has his problems. There's no ifs, ands, or but about it. But again, a second-year head coach that should never have been hired in the first place. This is what you get. You get what you pay for. My homie told me a trade that would help 2 teams. Russ for Kogi, that would low-key be solid. It won't happen, but it makes a lot of sense. Russ can opt out, and he's probably going to. So I don't think a trade to Phoenix happens for Russ. Do you think Boogie has anything left? I personally believe he can still give you shooting, rebounding, and passing still. I think AD can play well off it. The problem is Boogie can't defend. Boogie really can't rebound as much as he'd like to. His passing skills, obviously. But Boogie, I don't think is capable of playing amongst NBA talent anymore. Every time someone brings him in for a workout, they pass on him, and there's a reason for that. So I don't think Boogie's ever going to get back in the league again. Jonas would fit great with this current squad. Yeah, I was hoping to try to make a play for him this year. But I think Valanciunas would be a solid pickup for the Lakers, man. Really, really solid. You got a Euro to go against some of these Euro guys and take all of that banging off of Anthony Davis. I think that would be a legitimate big, but he's not going to come cheap, right? He's not going to come cheap. And hopefully, they could try to get him for a mid-level range. That would be ideal, but they're going to have to wait and see if that's a possibility. I don't know 100% if it is or not. Let's see. Jonas would be solid. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Jonas is kind of overrated, bro. His jumper is kind of broken and plays no D, but could be a solid Jokic counter. That's what I mean. Just someone who can get up there and just bang alongside Jokic, and he can score. So it takes a little pressure off him. And to be honest, with Anthony Davis out there, Valanciunas isn't playing alongside a big like AD in the Pelicans, right? So if you're playing alongside AD, you're going to get more rebounds. You're going to get more chances on that side of the ball. So what I'm saying is someone like Jonas Valanciunas would be a good fit next to AD. I totally get what you're saying, but if you think about AD and the rebounding, the defense, the shot blocking, the pressure that AD brings on teams and the attention he creates from teams, I think Valanciunas could slide in that role fairly well. That's basically my point. Do you know why guys like Boogie and Dwight aren't in the league, but DeAndre Jordan, Garrett Temple, and Anas are? Boogie, Skill, just he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way early on, and he just can't play anymore. Dwight, I'm gonna leave that to the internet for you to figure out. But Dwight, I don't think will be back in an NBA locker room ever. But go ahead and again, same like I was talking about Mark Jackson. I want to tear him down. I don't want to do that to Dwight. So just go ahead and check on the internet for what I'm talking about. Dwight, and you'll see why that is most likely not a possibility for Dwight. So a lot of people got these ideas and floated out there, but they just don't have a sense of real reality, right? Not saying you can. I'm just saying a lot of people who speak on these things. You got to know the details and why it's not happening. It's not like people are like, okay, Dwight isn't physically capable of playing in this league right now. That's not what it is. Politics matter, right? And situations matter. And getting caught up in nonsense and public pressure and all these things matter. And that's why Dwight probably ain't going to be back. Even Isaiah Thomas. The guard Isaiah Thomas, he's too small, man. He's going to get cooked on defense out there, man. Since Suns spent so much on the big three, they can't really improve much in the offseason. Can't trade Beal because of his clause either. But they could trade KD or Booker. And to be honest, I think they trade Booker, but I think they trade KD before Booker. But if they decide, they could. You can move KD. There's teams out there. I can see the Warriors saying, we'll take KD. I can see that. I can see the Warriors going after KD. I can see the Clippers looking to go into a new arena thinking about it. But these teams have to get below the second apron for it to make it happen. And the Suns may look like, look, we're not going to win. Why are we going to continue to pay this money? So let me look this up real quick because this is crazy, y'all. Give me 1 second because I was looking at this the other day. And let's see. Give me 1 second. Let me show you something real quick. Where did it go? Okay. Let me show y'all. So for the 24-25 season, okay, the Phoenix Suns are going to be paying $104 million in tax next season. Okay. As currently constructed. Like that's if they don't even make the change. So the money they spent, well, what is happening here? Okay. The money they're spending this season, like the Golden State Warriors are going to pay $176 million in tax this season, and they didn't even make the playoffs. The Clippers are paying $142 million in tax, right? And they may go out in the first round. The Phoenix Suns are paying $68 million this year, and they're going out in the first round. Okay, just think about that. Okay, the Lakers are the bottom tax team. They're at about $7 million in tax. Okay, so think about that. That's this season. When we jump into next season, the Phoenix Suns are on pace to pay $104 million just in tax. Just in tax. Okay, Golden State Warriors are trimming theirs down next year. Way less. But Phoenix is looking on paying the 60-something this year, 104 next year, of $750 million next season, overall in the last 2 seasons in tax. So that new owner may be like, look, if we can't win, maybe I get below this. Maybe I try to abandon this because it just doesn't make sense for me to do it. Like there's some things that could happen this offseason. I like Adams from OKC. I love Adams, but he's been hurt. Adams, he's on Memphis now. He got traded to Houston now. So I love him being on Houston with that team next year. But yeah, him with Sengun, if you could try to get him, he'd be a great big next AED. But his injury problem has been huge. Nick Claxton, I like him. He's an elevated version of Jackson Hayes. He's kind of in that Dwight McGee mold a little bit, not as good as those guys. But depending on what his market is, I don't know if the Lakers would be in position to get him, depending on what he's worth. Jonas would be bad, though. I'd like to think that another athletic big shot would be cool. But you have the shot blocker in AD. You need that bruising big. You need that guy who can go chest to chest with people and bang there. You got the shot blocking, rim running, athletic, offensive, defensive big in AD. You need that guy to help clog and bang and get that muck up guy. You don't need another AD. You don't need that. You need the messy big. And Valanciunas can do that. KD for Kawhi. That'd be crazy. I'm in the kitchen. I'm hitting up Phoenix for Booker. I'm in the Knicks. Sorry. I'm the Knicks. I'm hitting up Phoenix for Booker. Yeah. I mean, Philly might like I said, the Knicks got a ton of picks. OKC, OKC got a ton of picks. Boston has picks, but it's going to be tough for them to move salary. Like let's say Boston doesn't, let's say Boston goes out in round 2. Tatum's extensions kick it in. You just signed Brown to that massive extension. Maybe they're like, look, we'll shoot you. Maybe they're looking for someone who's got less years on our deal. Maybe Jaylen Brown for Booker or KD, right? I'm telling you, like that, there's potential out there for some of these teams to mix things up. I'm telling you. I would take Tim Duncan and put him next to AD if that was possible. At this age, he'd probably be better than what we have. All I'm going to say is Dwight loves them hot dogs too much. Yeah, I'm not going to sit up here and bash Dwight, man. A man helped us get a championship. But like Mark Jackson, I don't believe that Dwight Howard would have. Maybe, maybe Mark Jackson should go coach over in Taiwan with Dwight. Go ahead and over there, man. Go ahead and over there. Yeah, if he's up for grabs, but I don't think the Lakers. I don't think one that Phoenix would trade within, even though divisions don't really matter. I don't think they'd move. I think they look to move him east. So like I said, maybe Trae Young, maybe DeJounte Murray, maybe Jaylen Brown. Some of these things that maybe Donovan Mitchell. Maybe they look to make a move with something like that. Knicks are on Donovan Mitchell's watch, so I don't think they'd go for Booker if they had a chance at Mitchell. I think the ship has sailed with the Knicks on Mitchell. I think when they chose Brunson, I think they determined that was going to be their primary guard. So I don't think they're going to look for that. A couple of years ago, I would totally agree. But everything I've heard is that the Knicks are kind of cool on Mitchell now. That could change, but that's what I'm hearing now. Al Horford would be a perfect next AD. He would have probably 2-3 years ago. At his age now, it'd be really tough for him to be able to count on him to do that on the regular. But I get you. His style of play, absolutely. If just say hypothetically we trade for a third star, would you go after Donovan Mitchell or Trae Young? I would take Donovan Mitchell over Trae Young because Trae Young just can play no defense, and he's not very efficient. And when he's not making shots, he does get you assists. I would take Donovan Mitchell, man. That's just my preference. That's what I would take. Curry to Lakers, F it. All you got to do is say I want out. Well, you can say you want out, but one, it doesn't mean that the Warriors have to trade him. And two, I'm not sure the Lakers could be the best package to acquire him. So there's that. Just because a player wants out, you saw that with Dame in Miami. He wanted out. He wanted to get to Miami, but Portland didn't really have much interest in making that happen. So just because if Steph requested out and wanted the Lakers, I don't think Golden State would do that. I think they would look to send him east, maybe the Knicks, something like that. But I don't think Steph will end up on the Lakers. I would love it, but I don't think it's going to happen. What's funny is most star point guards don't play defense. That's true. You're absolutely right about it. But come playoff time, you're going to need it. And that's why a lot of those guys who don't play defense, those teams go out early. Let's see. Let's get Dylan Brooks, Jeff. It's funny because I said last year, I know people laughed when the Lakers met with him. I go, but that's the type of guy they could use. And he had a great year in Houston, man. He had a great year. I know he's a clown. I know he's goofy. I know he plays that character. I know he plays that role. But Dylan Brooks is that guy that you hate until he's on your team and you somehow find a way to love him. So Dylan Brooks, like I said, albeit a clown, he is everything he is. But he's the type of player that this Laker team could absolutely use without a doubt, man. Would you trade Rui and a pick for Kuzma back? Kuzma got the dog in him more than Rui. I'd have to think about that. I like Rui's upside. I love Kuz. I would have to think on that, man. Breaking. Chris, I got you, man. If you send me here, I got that email you sent me. That's comedy. I love that shit. Appreciate you, bro. Chris that boy's so talented, man. It's stupid. I wish I was as good at anything in life as Chris is at making graphics, man. That's just ridiculous. I think Clay would fit better with Braun, but it depends on the price. Yep, exactly. Start a franchise. Ant, Tatum, SGA, or Wemby. Who you choosing? Wemby right now. That's that potentially a 15, 17, 18-year run, man. Kane says, what are your thoughts on Kuz as a whole? I think he is on the wrong team. He needs to buy into a role. He's not an all-star. Also, how would you compare him and Rui? So I think that Kuz is more versatile than Rui. He's already been here. You know, he can handle it in LA. I think they rushed to get rid of him. I was always a big Kuz guy. I found myself defending him a lot. But Kuz has flaws, as everyone does. But the effort is always there. The energy is there. That guy can go off for 30 anytime, kind of like Rui. They're close. They're close, especially on a team of Braun and AD when their usage and touches go down. So I would say flip a coin on that. But I'm probably a little bit more partial to Kuz than Rui. That's just me, though. I don't see Washington doing that. Well, if they can extract some draft capital, they probably will, because that's all they're looking for right now. They're not looking to keep Kuz long term. They get a couple of seconds back, are protected first. I can see them doing that, and they can flip Rui again for something else. Rui is a smarter player than Kuz. Now, I mean, before I think Kuz has matured some though. But again, depending, he's playing over there in Washington and playing with Jordan Poole. It's really easy to look dumber over there. Would you take Clay on the Lakers if he accepts a veteran mid-level? I would if you took the low mid-level or the minimum. I would. Woof, woof, woof. Thunder have dogs in their team. They do. I like watching that team, man. I do. I really, really do. Rui is better than Kuz. Rui just does not fit well because of LeBron. Rui needs long-term post-LeBron. Yeah, that's a fair post. Would you bring Alex Caruso back? Oh, 10 out of 10. I would love it, but that's going to be expensive, and I don't know if the Lakers can pull that off. Kuz kind of showed he wants money over winning. A lot of guys do. Once they get their bag, then they want to win again. Kuz Mania was my guy. Yeah, I like Kuz, man. Why did they never have AD and Kuz as the front court? They did at times, but they did this weird thing where Kuzma was a 3, then a 4, then they tried him at a 5, then they put him back. It's just Vogel, man. Vogel. I think people have short-term memory loss, man, because Vogel was just as bad as rotations as Ham is. He really was. He was better defensively, just as bad offensively, but he struggled with rotations and lineups too. Ron needs to make a pay cut at Tim Duncan move, and he needs to stay on 3 or 4 and let the true point guard run the show like how he did in the bubble, and we'll be a successful team. Yeah, that's the thing. If Brown doesn't take a pay cut, we're kind of stuck with just being who we are for a while. KD, what's up, bro? Said, Jeff, hello. Do you sometimes feel the buyer's remorse when you buy something? Also, what's the dumbest thing you bought? I've bought a lot of dumb things. Buyer's remorse. I've never really bought something that I couldn't really immediately return. So when I have had buyer remorse, especially in the Amazon era, cars when I was younger, bought a car and had things wrong with it. That's why I never buy used cars again in my life, because I had bad experiences with it. So I would say cars. When I was younger, I bought a couple of used cars and told myself I'll never, ever in my life buy a used car again. And I've stuck with that, especially now that I work in the auto industry. I have a hand in the auto industry. Even more, I'm like, I'll never buy a used car again. But that's probably it for me. Is a used car, man. I've had some bad luck with those. I'm shocked the Clippers tied the series without Kawhi. Quality Kevin, I'm telling you, I said it earlier. I think the Clippers' best chance to win the series is to not have Kawhi because he's so ineffective and he's injured. And I hate to see it. It sucks for Kawhi. But I feel that the Clippers' best chance to win the series is to see Kawhi. So I agree with you. They almost blew that lead. That was a massive lead, and they almost blew it today. People forget Kuz was the odd man out in the 2020 team. Yeah. Let's keep most of everyone, get a wing defender like Bruce Brown, and hire a coach who holds accountable or lack of teeth. Yeah. That during the trade deadline, while everyone was talking and bigging up, DeJounte Murray, I've been clamoring for Bruce Brown, man. He's that dog we need. He was a major, major impact on Denver last year, and we almost got him. Just couldn't pull the trigger, and eventually the price tag of that first round pick later on just didn't work. But we almost got him in free agency. It was borderline a done deal. They just were unable to get him, man. I feel like the Clippers are better without Kawhi. Literally won the games without Kawhi. Yeah, because he's not. They're not better without his talent, but when he's not able to play because of health issues, then yeah, they're better without him right now. My buyer's remorse was the Dwight Lakers jersey. Can never wear that jersey ever again. That's funny. Lakers fans didn't want Bruce because they felt it was too expensive for his role. Well, the thing is that half of that was going to be paid already, and the second year was a team option, which they could have not picked up and then re-signed him for less. So that's when you got to know the finances. Bruce Brown was signed to that deal just to be able to trade later. I told you guys that all season. I told you right away when it happened. I had very good intel on that. It ended up to be true. And I don't think Bruce Brown is going to be opted in and making that $22 million next year. I think the team won't pick it up. Whether it's back in Toronto or with another team, I think he's somewhere in the mid-level range next year. So we'll wait to see on that. But that's why the Lakers tried to get him with the money they got Gabe, and they just about had him until Indy came in late after they traded Duarte to Sacramento and made that deal happen because they wanted that contract on their books to be able to move for Siakam later in the season. I broke this all down early in the season, told you this leading up to the trade deadline. This is exactly what they were doing with that, and it was smart by Indy. Do you have a coach in mind? Right now, it's tough because, like I said, the era of the great head coaches are gone. I would not mind Tyronn Lue. I wouldn't mind someone like him because, at least he's been through the fire and you know what he can do, especially with Braun. Outside of that, waiting to see what teams, does Tibbs get that extension he wants in New York, right? What happens if some of these teams go out early? What happens? Does Vogel get ran out of there? Can you get him, or does the other team get him like as a top assistant And then you can maybe take a chance on Adelman Jr. When you got an assistant like that on your bench. Like, I don't think Vogel will come back to the Lakers doing how they did him, but I'm saying situations like that. Like maybe a head coach, thank you. Maybe a head coach gets ran out and the Lakers capitalize on it, just like with teams this year. Like this offseason, maybe teams were looking to move players we didn't think about, and the Lakers can take advantage of that. Maybe the Lakers can do that with coaches too. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. I've been talking a long time. I had to get some water here, man. Had to get some water. Can we land PG-13? Laker fans probably hate him now, but I wouldn't mind having. No, I wouldn't mind having him, and I don't hate him. But no, that's very, very slim to none chance. That would require D'Lo opting out and going somewhere else. LeBron opting out, going somewhere else, and the Lakers trading some players to get it off their books for that to happen. So no, I don't see that happening. Is it impossible? No, but I don't see it happening. Would you want Rondo as a head coach more than Ham? More than Ham, I would almost take almost anyone, but I don't want another rookie head coach. I would love Rondo as an assistant as he kind of earns his stripes in this league and pays his dues, but as a head coach, probably not. Is Giannis possible? Man, Mrs. Brother Darvin. Giannis is possible, and I'm going to tell you this in a second. Hold on, let me get another drink of water here, man. I'm dying over here. I'm going to tell you why Giannis is possible. Possible, not saying likely. So I'm going to be clear about that because people be taking your words and twisting them and trying to make you sound like you're crazy, but possible. I believe that Giannis, when he signed that contract, went to Milwaukee. It was like, okay, if you get Dame, I'll sign. If it doesn't work, same with Dame, right? If it doesn't work and you reroute, and it comes down to you rerouting me, that you're going to reroute me or at least attempt or try to send me to where I want to go. And I'll extend. You got Dame. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't, then I want you to at least make an effort to send me where I want to go. And the Lakers sitting there with all them picks and some contracts. And when he signed that deal, I said, I'm not convinced he's going to finish that deal there. He signed it, but I'm not convinced he's going to finish it there. The problem is Giannis year over year has not been healthy come playoff time either. You know what I mean? His injuries are costing this team. They're now down 3-1 because Giannis can't play. In the bubble, Giannis had a knee injury and Miami beat them. Last season, Giannis was injured and they got beat again. So this is 3 out of the last 4 years when Giannis has been unhealthy come playoff time. So that's something you have to consider. However, I will say this. And I've said this, and I will continue to say this because I got this from a really good person. Really good person. And y'all know my batting average, man. Y'all know my batting average. You be seeing me around the league. You see me on EmpireJeff TV. You see me on Dan's channel. You see me in Lakers Survive. You see me with my takes, man. You know I'm not just talking to talk, man. I got numbers in this phone, man. All right? And what I'm trying to tell you is I've been told repeatedly that the Lakers' top targets on their whiteboard is not Trey or Donovan Mitchell. Now take that for what it will be. Doesn't mean they're getting the guys that got sights on. Doesn't mean they're going to get the big fish they want. Doesn't mean that they're not going to end up with Trey or Donovan. Does not mean that. But that's not their top priority. And I've heard that from my top person and others. So enough for me to believe that, right? Enough for me to believe it. Could they be wrong? Absolutely. Could I be wrong for believing them? Absolutely. But they've rarely steered me wrong. So I'm going to go with it. And so I think the Lakers are going to be big game hunting this offseason. I think the names that they're going to try to go after are going to shock some people once it becomes public. But it does not mean they're going to get these people. It does not mean they're going to be able to obtain them. But I think they're going to go for it. I think they're swinging for the fences. What is the player coach, by the way? A player coach is when a player is playing and coaching at the same time. A lot like Bill Russell did back in the day. They don't allow it in today's league. So Bron couldn't be the head coach and a player. They won't allow it anymore. What do you think if D'Lo walks, the Lakers get Brown and plays alongside with Reeves? If D'Lo walks, it's not like they can just replace D'Lo because they don't necessarily get cap space. They just lower their tax bill. So if they lose D'Lo, then maybe they can get Bruce Brown if he is indeed Toronto opts out of that deal, and they can get him with some type of mid-level. Or if Toronto all of a sudden decides that they don't mind having D'Lo opts in, or D'Lo does a sign and trade, and then you can make that work. But there's a lot of things that would have to happen for that to work. And again, we have to wait till the offseason until we know what the particulars are. Honestly, just get a coach that would actually play Max Christie consistently. I think Max should have got more minutes for sure. And I think next year being his third year, the Lakers do have his restricted rights. So if anyone gets crazy or frisky, tries to offer him, they can match it. So I do expect him to be back, and I would love to see him play a bigger role. I would love to say Maxwell Lewis get some run with his athleticism out there and see what he can do. But yeah, I think Max is going to have a bigger role next year. I do. I realize eating processed food sometimes makes you feel more depressed. It actually does. I try not to eat that as much as possible, man. The processed food will get you 10 times out of 10, man. Hopefully, Ime Udoka can have an affair with another travel person so we can nab him as the coach. They need like an Ime Udoka type dude. They need a dog. They need a dog out there, a dude that, you know, he probably will do something enough to get him out of somewhere. I can see him getting in trouble. Sorry, guys. I'm thirsty, man. Drinking this water. Had me a good little I had a lot of on tap refreshments today, man. Starting to feel a little thirsty again, man. Should Kawhi retire, man? I hope not, man. Again, I'm no Clipper fan, but damn, it does suck to see. It really does. I talk my trash playing around, you know. I clown, do a little trolling here, this, that, and the third. But in no way, shape, or form do I enjoy seeing Kawhi in this state. I truly, wholeheartedly wish he was healthy and wish this was not happening to him. Having said that, it seems to just be a regular occurrence. I'm perplexed as to why the Clippers would sign him to an extension that early in the season without seeing if he could finish the season. That confused me a little bit. And they haven't signed that deal with Paul George, so I'm thinking they're not offering him max. And they didn't have the ability to sign James Harden even if they wanted to. He's not eligible to sign a deal until the offseason. So the Kawhi situation, that was a little puzzling. I didn't understand that extension when it happened. And the fact that Paul George has not signed his extension, that's interesting. So we'll have to wait and see on that. If he hired the Golden State Warriors assistant, which one? I know they tried to get Rod Adams several times, and he turned them down. Which one are you talking about? Atkinson, maybe? Here we go again, Jeff, with not telling us. This is going to make you think. Again, like I can't, I've told you guys this before, man. What's not my news to break is not my news to break. Conversations I have with other people, I'm not at liberty to disclose all of those conversations. But all I can tell, I gave y'all enough hints, man. I gave y'all enough without burning bridges. Like I said, the two that Mitchell and Trae Young are not at the top of their wish list. It does not mean that they're not getting them, and it doesn't mean that eventually they don't make a play for them. So I'm going to be clear about that. But the Lakers have bigger targets in mind. I just learned recently that Ham was in the coaching staff during Kobe and Powell era. Yeah. Darvin Ham is respected throughout this league. And if Darvin Ham gets fired by the Lakers, he'll have a plethora of assistant coach offerings to have after that. And he may never get a head coaching gig again. But like I said, I told you guys this over the last couple of weeks, that there's a lot of people around the league who don't blame Darvin Ham for the Lakers. They blame the Lakers for Darvin. I am not saying they're right. But there are a lot of people, both in front offices, head coaches, assistant coaches, and star players who don't believe that this is on Darvin. Just telling you that intel, right? When you hear, you've never heard, like, really the things that are coming out is pretty much Laker-centric, right? You heard Mark Jackson bash him recently because Mark Jackson's been out of the league for 10 years and just praying that someone calls his phone for a job. Ain't gonna happen. But outside of that, like, you don't really hear any of the league out there. You don't hear any other opposing players be like, oh, we took completely advantage of that dude. Like, you don't hear any of that, right? So, again, Darvin is not a great head coach. He is not a capable head coach for this Laker team. He is not. But I will continue to stress and say that he should have never been hired in the first place. I've said that forever. That's why I'm not as hard as him as others, because he was not the right guy. That's shame on the Lakers. 10 times out of 10. Now, it doesn't help the fact that the dude's not great, right? He was hired. Do your job. Figure it out. But I'm not surprised. Just like I'm not surprised the Lakers are the 7th seed. Just like I wasn't surprised they were down 3-0. When you pay attention with your mind instead of your heart, this stuff is easy to see. This is why I say I don't pom-pom, I don't fanboy, I don't homer. I love my team, but I'm realistic and I'm objective. And while Darvin is not capable of leading this team, he also should not have been hired in the first place. That's just a fact. Start drinking the Cocoa 5. I've never in my life had Cocoa 5, man. Has anyone had it? Has anyone had it? Is it any good? He a dog for sure. Facts. How's Lucky? Lucky's good, man. Lucky's had himself a good weekend. Very good weekend, man. He's stylish today, man. He got himself like a Tommy Bahama, like Hawaii button-up shirt. He looked fly as hell. Where's Lucky at? He got a button-up shirt, y'all. Like he photo shoot fresh today. Tell you, my wife keep this dude suited and booted, man. He got a better wardrobe than me at this point. Yeah, he looking fly running around here. I'm telling you, with a button up. He looking sharp, man. He looking sharper today. He had himself a great weekend, man. Took him for a good, nice little long walk after the game yesterday. Weather felt nice at night. Weather was beautiful today. Lucky's had himself a great weekend, man. Appreciate you, Kurt. Thank you for checking on Thank you for checking on the Luck Pup, man. He's doing good, man. He's living his best life. I'm gonna post some pictures tonight on my IG. If y'all don't get my IG, man, it's either food, sports, like music, or me and Lucky, right? But I'm gonna tell you the life this dude leads. Just look at my IG, bro. Just look at my IG. This dude is constantly living the life, man. Comfortable as can be, balls up, just living the comfortablest life you will ever see. I got some pictures I'm gonna post tonight. So check out my IG at EmpireJeff. Check out my Twitter/X at EmpireJeff_. And while we're doing plugs here, man, check the description and in the video. I got a ton of links in this description, man, for stuff for you guys here, man. You can become a member with the top link there. For less than one lunch, you can become a member for a month. We got the mid-level, the mini mid-level, the mid-level, and the full mid-level. Member-only videos, some giveaways, merchandise giveaways, some Fanatics giveaways. All by becoming a member. Shout out to everyone who's becoming a member. It's been growing and growing and growing, so appreciate y'all. Also got my link tree that's got all the different links with things I'm associated with, my Cash App, my IG, my Twitter. Buy me a coffee, which is kind of like a Cash App. You can make a donation to the channel via that. A lot of other creators on YouTube have that. My Fanatics link. So if you do shop on Fanatics, I ask that you please use our link. Your order experience will not change, but the good people at Fanatics will donate a portion of that order towards EmpireJeff TV, and it really helps monetize the channel. So greatly appreciate that. So your NBA, MLB, NFL, soccer, whatever you're buying, your memorabilia, your autograph joints, excuse me, whatever you buy, go into the description, use our Fanatics link to place your order, and they'll take care of us. Obviously, Court King's in there. And our Playback TV, man. Playback.tv/EmpireJeff TV. Become a member over there, man, and watch the best basketball breakdown on Playback, man. The ins and outs, the X's and O's, the true breakdowns of actually the game within the game. Head on over to playback.tv/EmpireJeff TV, man, and become part of the team over there. Part of the family over there. I'm about to get back on it. I can't wait. I got a lot of stuff I'm going to announce soon coming over to the Playback. I think you guys are going to truly enjoy it. Once Laker basketball and the basketball season is over, baseball's about to be coming soon over there. So you'll get me calling Laker games. So appreciate y'all if you become a member or join the room over there on playback.tv/EmpireJeff TV. But right now, y'all, come on, man. We got 45 likes on the video, man. Do your boy a favor and drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Like I said, about 30% of the people who are here every night have yet to subscribe to the channel. You're here, you're doing it. Subscribe to the channel, even under your burner accounts, man. Just subscribe already, man. Drop a like on the video. We'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. Goes a long way to help the channel, man. So super, super, super appreciate y'all, man. Let's see. Looks like we just got a member in the building, man. My guy Dante. Hey, appreciate you, my brother, man. Appreciate Dante, man. I got to post a picture of this. Dante, man, we linked up about a week ago, man. And y'all see my logo right up here, man. The EmpireJeff TV logo here that we remixed off the NBA on NBC logo, man. My man Dante, man, flew out to LA, made time to meet up with me, man. It gave me an NBA on NBC hat, man. A black joint, but the logo is fire. Can't wait to rock that, man. I'll post it a little bit later so y'all can see it, man. Dante hooked your boy out, so appreciate you, brother. And for also becoming a member here, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the members who have become a member. Like I said, hit that join button. There's 3 different tiers. And like I said, got some things coming for members soon, man. So greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you, Dante. Anyone else that needs to, that wants to become a member, man, like anyone that hits that Cash App, anyone that hits the super chats, the buy me a coffee, any of those people who support the channel, like I said, it really goes a long way to help. So we greatly, greatly appreciate you. Dante, my brother, man, I greatly, greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Where are we at? Okay. We're talking about Lucky, and here we go. So what do you think of JHS now? Is he on the bus side, or does he still have potential? To me, the jury's still up on that. We got to see how he goes. He had a pretty much unhealthy season, had no role, looked solid in the G League. I don't know. Obviously, there's some guys you can see right out the bat, like, oh, this guy's going to be really, really good, right? We didn't get that from JHS. He looked good in the G League, but we'll see how he does this year in Summer League. Typically, second-year guys look a lot better in Summer League than first-year guys. So we'll see how he looks, and we'll see if he has a role next year. But way, way, way too early to decide him, man. With the Kawhi thing, I'll say this. We know who he is when healthy. He can go and keep playing as long as he can collect checks doing that today. And yeah, Kane, I 100% agree, man. Yeah, I hate seeing Kawhi hurt. That dude is incredible when he's 100%. Facts, Vegas. Jackie says, you think Giannis may request after this season? After this season, I don't know. This season, I don't know. I think in a year or two, it's a little bit more possible, though. Still can't believe Conley injured his coach. Yeah, that was nuts, bro. That was nuts, bro. Guys, I went to LA and had a barber's oh, wait, guys, I went to LA and had a Barbara Walters interview with Jeff. Still can't find out. Yeah, Dante tried to tap me a couple times. Tried to tap some information there. Try to give me that. I can't do it though, bro. I can't. So you know. Like, and the people that give me this intel, they know I'm rock solid, bro. And it's not like I don't trust nobody, and it's not like that. It's just not my news to tell, man. And I'm just built that way. If I'm having conversations, just like you and I, Dante, if we had conversations, I ain't about to run to people and tell them like what you told me, like in that situation, right? I'm a vault, bro. So when it comes to that, believe me, even when it comes to these YouTube streams, bro, I've had numerous conversations with people that I'll never repeat to people. That's just how I'm built, bro. So appreciate you though. But yeah, you did try to tap that information out. I was like, I can't do it, brother. I can't. Kyrie and Russ -1 ring career trajectory is somewhat similar when you think about it. Yeah, you're not far off there. If only we could hire a late Bob Knight fiery type of coach, a coach that would shout out players like Coach Pop. Yeah, man. I feel like this league needs more guys like that. Thoughts on the statement my dad said when I got upset about L's. These guys are millionaires. They will go home, eat good, go to Hawaii, hang with their families. They don't care. It's a job to them. I think they care about winning to a point, but once it gets to a point where they realize it's over, I think they think about their families and think about their lives outside of it, which is why I said I never trip on what these players do after a game if they like they still have lives, right? They still have families. So yeah, my biggest thing is like I love the Lakers, but they don't love me back, right? So I'm not going to sit here and like just be blind and stupid about stuff, right? So it's just the way it goes. It's just the way it goes. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm seeing some followers here on IG, so I appreciate y'all, man. You're gonna see some lucky pictures in a few, man. But yeah, that's a fact, though. That's a fact. I wouldn't call that a cap. A lot of these guys, less players care about winning than you think in this league. They care about their money. They care about their families. It is a job, and they go about it. That's just what it is, man. San Antonio Spurs is an opponent. Is that what you mean by that? Am I reading that right? Follow Jeff on IG. Appreciate you, JSJ. Speaking of food, have you tried some birria tacos? They're top notch. Oh man, come on, man. I'm in LA. I have birria tacos all the time with the consume, man. Love birria tacos, man. Love the cheesy ones. Love the birria quesadillas, birria pizza. If you've never tried that before, fuego. But yeah, absolutely, 100%, man. 100%. Appreciate you, Dante, again, man. Appreciate you, man. Find link in description, y'all. Yeah, I appreciate the link is in description. If you're on the phone, you're on your mobile app, you can hit join or you tap to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, and down there it'll show it. On desktop, it shows join. So we'd greatly appreciate any new member. So appreciate all the current members. Appreciate you, Dante. Memberships truly help the channel, man. Truly help the channel. So it's less. Some people give like super chats throughout the month. This your way. You can drop a membership. It's a one-time fee per month. And like I said, it goes a long way to help the channel. I don't often promote it as much. I suck at life when it comes to that. But I got a lot of people who enjoy being a member. And I've got some member-only videos coming. I'll start vlogging on the member-only as the weather now gets better. Be out there walking talks, man. We're lucky. Walk as I walk lucky, talk basketball, both live and pre-recorded. And all kinds of things, man. Some private streams. We guys get to come on the paddle. We kick it and talk basketball. So really trying to grow out that membership because it's starting to take off a little bit there. So again, if you go in the description, there's a link to become a member. If you're on your mobile app and you click on the subscribe, or you're already subscribed, there's a drop down, I believe, where you can select become a member. And if you're on desktop, it's just right there next to the name there. So appreciate y'all, man. Lakers saved themselves from being the first team getting eliminated in the playoffs. What's up, Gerald? Yeah, they did, man. They absolutely did. I said, sweep these. Denver, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Appreciate you, Dante, again, man. Hasbullah said Katie the Lakers. I doubt it, man. Get the likes up right now. Absolutely. Where are we with the likes, man? Since I called y'all out a minute ago here. Listen, come on, chat, man. 49 likes. Tap that like button, y'all. Come on now. Tap the like button. Join playback. Subscribe to the channel. It's very, very easy, y'all. Come through for your boy. Help your boy. We greatly appreciate it, man. Do you see some defensive potential in JHS? Yes, I actually do, because he's a guard that I think could actually be able to play some defense. But again, with JHS, it's just so early, y'all. It's just so early. One second. We need some more water. Getting a little thirsty here after all those brews, man. Water be so good at times. Appreciate you, JSJ. My homie told me some funny ish on how he wished Westbrook would handle trash talk in the NBA by fans saying he should just tell him, hey, bro, let me know when you make the league, because why give free money? Yeah. I mean, Russ been through a lot with the trash talking, man. I think he's just over it. I think when people like come at his family or the vampire and all that stuff, I think fans cross the line. And I do this from time to time, and I need to do it more, especially when we're talking about LA. Russ is such a great man in the community, not just LA. He did it in OKC, did it in Houston, did it in Washington, right? He still does in those cities, even though he's not there. Russ is such a great philanthropist and stuff he does, giving back to communities, especially in LA, that when it comes to off the court Russ, the man, I have a endless amount of respect for him. And that's why sometimes it's really hard for me to bash him as a basketball player, even though I really want to be objective, and I am. But as far as taking it too far with him, I won't go there, because I know what he's done in the community. I know what he's done for families. I know what he's done for the culture. I just know. And so for me, it's hard for me to just bash him relentlessly, because he truly is a good person, and he truly has done a lot for the city, and he's doing a lot for the city. And he will continue to do a lot for the city even after he's retired. So not everything is public that Russ does, but because of me kind of being in the line of work I'm in and the connections I have, I know a lot of stuff that Russ has taken part in that he hasn't even seek credit for. And there's honor in that. There's respect in that. And so be that as it may, all's fair, love, and warm when it comes to basketball between the lines, and I'm all for it between the lines. But when it comes to Russ the man, he really is a stand-up dude. And especially those in the city of LA, he's done a lot here. And so respect to him for that. Real talk. Most dumbos at games that yap at players want you to swing so they can get free dough. Facts, man. Or they just drunk, man. Who do you guys think is more cute, AD or Darvin? What? I can't. What is going on here? What just happened? I think it might be in jeopardy, because I think Phoenix isn't trying to play around right now. What just happened? Being a Thunder fan feels great chemistry, i.e. great on the court and off the court. They love being with each other. Yeah, that's what helps win games. Would do 2029 one pick, D'Lo, Prince, Rui, Max for KD. Prince will be a free agent, can't do that. D'Lo can't be traded because he has a player option. So that trade is impossible. With Dinwiddie being the latest hometown product disappointing in a Laker jersey, someone said maybe Lakers should stay away from LA-born point guards, crazy as it seems. Yeah. Funny enough, it felt like Spence would be the most mentally tough dude to do it, because he's just kind of like that dude that's just lay back and not worried about stuff like that. Granted, he wasn't used properly right either. I've watched Spence play since middle school, back to my coaching days. I've seen his game most of his life. He doesn't even look like himself out there. It's weird. A lot of that's on Darvin. A lot of that's on the other players. I kind of letting him be him. But yeah, it just didn't work. It just didn't work at all. Appreciate you. Yeah, we got another website, man. I'm going to be adding some more stuff to that right now. legendsofculture.com is something I've had for a while. I've got a bunch of new shirts coming to that. Not NBA related, but it's typically like hip hop, parody, and stuff like that. So legendsofculture.com is another site I'm involved with. I got a ton of stuff coming to that site over the coming weeks, but also shopcourtkings.com, man. Make sure to check out those as well. Appreciate you, JSJ. I think that cute question was Search's burner account. Yeah, Search don't be around no more, bro. I don't know where Search is, bro. Silent J for Dilo. Yeah, there's a chance. Someone check to see if I owe Search some money, bro. Like if I lost the bet, I picked my debt, so I don't understand. But Search ducking me, man. I don't know. I feel like do I owe Search some money? Let me know. Let me know. Someone see Search. Ask him. Tell a friend that Jeff is looking for him again. Spence looked nice before Gabe came through. Too much clashing. If he goes to the right team with the clear role, he'd ball. He looked phenomenal as a starter with Reeves. Yeah. That's the thing. He just didn't really look right. The fit didn't look right. So I agree with you there. Absolutely agree with y'all there. Spence is a solid player. But again, fit means everything in this league, bro. For sure. What is happening here? Hold on 1 second. My browser decided to not be very friendly right now. 1 second. Okay, just gonna trip out on me here. There we go. Okay. Come on now. Lakers Dodgers for life. Salute, brother. Just started following you on IG. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get some pics of Lucky in a little bit, man. Because that boy was cold chilling today, brother. Cold chilling. Appreciate you, bro. You think Wood was used right? No. I don't think he was, but I also think that when he was used, he didn't take advantage of his opportunities either. Wood just had a weird season, man. He had, games where 80 was out. Here's your chance. They let him start and had like one shot like one time, 0 points. You know what I mean? Like just weird. Never really didn't understand like some of his games, like some of his moments. So yeah, I was one of those guys. I felt that he'd be able to make a pretty solid impact on this team. So he definitely kind of disappointed me tonight, man, for sure. This season, for sure. Do you guys support mass murder? What? What is going on here? Okay, I thought this dude was. All right. No one supports mass murder, man. What are you talking about? This is crazy. International channels. What's the most recent Laker game you went to? What was the last one I went to? I went to a game in March. Who do they play? After the trade deadline. Honestly, I don't remember the top of my head. This team really started frustrating me around December. And I had a lot of plans of doing shows like outside of crypto. I've been in a couple suites this year. Was going to do some halftime report. Like this team just really just drained me. Sorry, guys, I had to sneeze there. This team really drained me. And it made it like less really made me kind of less motivated to like go cover this team in person. So partially on my fault, and then partially just then the product they had out there was just really hard to tolerate. But last one I went was March. And I really wanted to go to some playoff games, but once it got Denver, I was like, we ain't winning this. We're not winning this series, bro. Cam Reddish, I thought was finally going to figure it out early in the year, but figured it out fast. Yeah, I've been saying all year that was wishful thinking for sure. I owe money. Okay, that's why he's ducking. So we got to figure out what it is. He said wrong. Jazz J messing up links today, man. Man, what was that last LA born player who balled out in Laker jersey consistently? That's a good question. LA born? I think there's other guys that are born in LA, but they're not stars. So a lot of people don't realize it. But LA born, that's a good question. I got to double think that for a second. Yeah, Tom, I appreciate you. I agree with you 100%. And that's what I said. I was talking about that earlier about this draft. I said you can get guys in this draft that can be quality role players from years to come. Maybe not star players, but quality role players, man. Sweet is nice. It's not always necessarily the closest to the game, but it's kind of fun to be up there. It's cool for sure. Jordan Farmer, Nick Young, Jordan Farmer. There's been other dudes that have been from here. They just weren't like household names like that. I'm trying to think of it. Man, this cough is starting to bother me again. Sorry, guys. Jordan Farmer. I had Jordan Farmer on some all-star teams when I coached AAU out here in LA when he was that dude at Taft was a beast, man. Absolute beast. Him and then Larry Drew Jr. and Steve Smith, who was the receiver on the played for USC and then became a receiver on the Giants. I remember all those dudes out here in the city back then, man. Trevor Ariza, 09, not 21. Yeah, Trevor Ariza at Westchester. I remember coaching against him, man. Shannon, Chris Brown was fun to watch. Yeah, he wasn't from here though. Darius Morris was born in LA. He was, yeah. There's been other guys. I can't remember off the top of my head. I gotta think about that for a second. But yeah, he was born in LA. Remember going to summer league and watching him hoop. Why do a lot of star college or high school prospects become role players like DiVincenzo and Reddick? It's hard to be a real star in the NBA, just for the simple fact of being able to get your shot off by yourself or creating your own shot. I think that is a misunderstood or slept on trait in this league, to be able to create your own shot, create, make, and create, take, and make your own shot in the NBA is very difficult. And I think a lot of people sleep on that. Like, I think a lot of people don't appreciate the ability. Oh, he shot 30 times, man. You know how impressive that is to be able to get 30 shots off? Majority of those by yourself in the league. That's crazy impressive, man. And a lot of dudes don't have the ability to do it. And it's impressive when they're able to. For real. Looks like there's a new era in the NBA with these young guys and into the LeBron, Steph, KD. Yeah, those eras are pretty much done, man. The best LA born player, Slava. Shout out to Bebetenko. DiVincenzo's nice, bro. I think they're comparable, but I'll probably take DiVincenzo over Austin Reeves, though. But they're comps. They're comps, but I think I'll take DiVincenzo, man. Medvedenko, that's funny. Slava. 1 second here. Let's see what is happening here. I like that sneeze sneaking up in me. I got a sneeze. Don't want to happen. I did it once. Now it's like, okay, I got more coming. Didn't want to do it. Didn't want to do it. Hold on. But shout out to y'all for tuning in, man. Been a fun night. Had a good time out earlier with fam. Had a good time out spending out there spending time watching these games. Itty bitty sippy enjoying these games. So it's been fun, man. But we got 51 likes on the video, man. Come on, y'all. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Well, greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And be like Dante, man. Go to the link in the description. Become a member. We got the mid-level, the mid-level, and the full mid-level. For less than the cost of one lunch, you become a member for a month. And I got some stuff coming for you guys out there, man. So go ahead and become a member. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and check out that pinned chat at the top. Become a member to our playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV, man, for the best, that real deal Holyfield basketball breakdown, in-game analysis of the game within the game. Best analysis on Playback, man. Head on over to playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV. Become a member. Support everyone over on Playback, man. Dan, the Laker fan, Lakers Improv, Lakers Fast Break. We talk Mavs, like all my guys over there, man. For some reason, people want to act weird, like they're scared to promote other Playback channels. That's weird to me. Like, I promote them all. Like, go promote everyone's Playback, man. Everyone does a great job. So go support everybody. Greatly appreciate that, man. Man, I feel like I got to sneeze again. What is going on here? If you could move Dante for Reeves, would you do it? I think DiVincenzo, I think that was similar money. I like Reeves, man. I do. So I'll probably say that's a tough one. Sorry, guys. I'm going to cough on you again. Let me think about that. But I really like Austin Reeves. I really do. And guys that can play in LA, even though like he's known for his defensive like liabilities, but he's proven he can actually play here though. DiVincenzo hasn't been able to prove that. So right now, I think I'd be good with Austin right now, man. Wish we could have a Dante Reeves backcourt with Caruso. Oh my God. The pale backcourt, that'd be crazy. I would trade Dante, also DiVincenzo. You think the Lakers can make history? Mr. 81? No, I don't think they're coming back from 3-0, even though they got one. I feel like D'Lo is not a fit on a contender. I know I feel like it's easy to say that now because he hasn't proved he could be. I think D'Lo has a skill set. I believe he has a talent. If D'Lo is not used right by his coach and his star players, I think that D'Lo can be a detriment. But I feel like if D'Lo is used correctly in his right spots, I think it's still there, man. Call me crazy, call me stupid, whatever you want to call me. But I don't blame D'Lo as much as I think I can't understand how like Braun is getting no blame in this series. It trips me out. Like I don't understand it. And Anthony Davis is averaging 32 points a game in this series, right? He's there's times he's been the best player on the floor in this series. Problem with Braun and AD is they're both picking when to be aggressive and when to stand out. But what separates Braun and AD is that AD is defending the whole game and Braun isn't. So then Braun doesn't actually preserve the right to pick and choose other than he's 39. AD is having to pick and choose towards the end there because he's gassed from having to play top tier defense and top tier offense. And where LeBron just kind of disappears sometimes on defense for stretches, man. And it hurts the team, man. That's just my opinion. I heard somewhere that moving Austin can get the Lakers just about anything. I wouldn't say just about anything, but I think Austin Reeves definitely has value. I don't care what any of his haters say. He definitely has value. Glad you've had a well-deserved good week. Hey, thank you. I did. I had a great weekend, man. Family time, some basketball, made some money, right? Like I said, got to hang with Lucky. You know what I mean? I had a very good week. Got to talk basketball with you guys. Weather's nice out here in LA. I must have a great weekend, man. I'm blessed, man. Absolutely blessed. FYF, what's good, my brother? Tomorrow's game will dictate a lot of the Lakers' future. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you, but I think it ends in an L. But yeah, I agree with you. Jeff, you and Dan should do meet and greets. Meet like 4 or 5 fans who live in LA. Yeah, and like we've talked about that. Obviously, Dan has way more fans than me. I'm working on some stuff though. I got some crazy stuff for this summer. I'm trying to tell you. I got some crazy things planned for this summer. So just be ready. Just be ready. Warren Laws, what's going on, sir? Hey man, the Knicks are no joke, bro. Madison Square ain't chopped liver. Facts, Kane. Facts. I'm going with AR just because that Boston game. Boston Reeves. Boston Reeves. I've never seen him play in LA, so I can't say that for sure. You'd be surprised how many people all of a sudden can't. Everyone, please like, subscribe, help the channel grow. Absolutely, man. Bro, come on. D'Lo was awful game 1 and 3. He was. Again, I'm not excusing D'Lo. The talent is there, bro. It just that's the frustrating part. D'Lo has a skill. D'Lo has a talent. Just hasn't worked here in the bright lights. And that's kind of my point when I was talking about DiVincenzo. So I agree with you. I still think talent is there. I just think whether, between Ham and the star players and D'Lo, my whole thing for this whole season has been holding kind of everyone accountable, kind of blaming everyone because I feel there's enough blame to go around. Him as well. Lakers is 7, man. That's crazy. Would you stop world hunger for $10? Chetty, of course I would. You went on some troll stuff all tonight, but at least this one wasn't disrespectful, so I'll let you slide here. You and Dan are very very diff. Sorry, Dan is much more harsher on players. Well, I wouldn't say that. I've been the one blaming players more than the coaching staff this season. But yeah, Dan has definitely called out players, as he should. I've called out plenty of players. I've like I said, I've called out D'Lo, called out Braun, called out AD. I would say that I call out the stars more than most people. But I've called out a lot of players. I've said that Austin should come off the bench. I've said that that D'Lo, I feel like lacks that kind of seriousness. I feel like he's too nonchalant. I just don't like just think it's one thing. And that's my thing. So these players, yeah, just like, when people were flip-flopping on D'Lo, I never did. I always knew what D'Lo was. Wasn't sitting here screaming trade him or don't trade him, but I've always known what D'Lo is. I'm still in that same mind where certain people will be high, then low, then high, then low. People change their minds, right? But as far as being different, I mean, that's fine. Like I said, everyone has a different man. Sorry, guys. Everyone has a different basketball opinion. I think that's what makes the sport beautiful, is being able to talk and see things differently. I analyze the game a little differently than most people. Not just box scores or narratives and stuff like that. Like I really do a deep dive into the game. And so from my perspective, sometimes it's different because I kind of see things like a little bit different. Like I've seen D'Lo run the right set. I've seen D'Lo go in his right spot, not get the ball in his spot. And then D'Lo has to lead the shade when there's a transition or rotation on the offense there. And then gets the ball towards the end of a shot clock, pass to the outside hand, not in his spot. Like I've seen these things that the average people don't look for, right? And then kind of takes D'Lo out. But I've also seen D'Lo in his spots. I've seen D'Lo with the ball in his hands, and I've seen D'Lo have terrible games. And that is on D'Lo. But I've also seen plenty of times where situations weren't on D'Lo. Now, game 1 and game 3, those were on D'Lo. Definitely, absolutely. But what I'm saying is what frustrates me with D'Lo is everyone knows the talent and the skill is there. Just got to deliver. But as far as like someone else's thoughts or opinions, like I really don't care, right? Like we have all got our own, just like I don't expect people to care about mine. Doesn't change their opinion, right? So one person in this massive world of basketball opinions doesn't change my opinion. You know what I mean? Never has, never will. $9 is fine for world hunger. 10 is yeah, I don't know what this dude is talking about, man. Ron Tom, peace to you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I do be on some stuff, man. D'Lo sometimes don't come off like a starter to me. If he puts in his mind that he can be a great six man, just ask him, are you better than Manu, a 4-time champ? Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. And like I said, everyone's opinion is entitled to their opinion. That's perfectly fine and respectable. You know what I mean? I just have mine. People have theirs. That's what makes it cool. But Kendrick, will Kendrick Lamar clap back? Yeah, I believe that Kendrick got an album dropping soon. I think he's going to keep his clap back there. Like that is a #1 record. He already topped it there. Nothing anyone else is doing is going to top that. So I think his clap back will be on another record that potentially goes big. So I think Kendrick is doing it smart. Kendrick has all the it's Kendrick's to lose. Like Kendrick ain't gonna lose this, man. Like Drake ain't like that. You know what I mean? Drake ain't like that. So Drake lost to Pusha T. He gonna lose to Kendrick. It's just gonna happen. Do you think the 3-star model is outdated? I do. Just from money standpoint, man, it's just really hard to win without depth in this league. So when you look at Minnesota deep, when you look at Denver, they're not as deep, but you got 2 stars and a very rock solid starting 5. Man, you got a very rock solid starting 5. You have to have that bar none, bare minimum, right? So you look at Minnesota, they've got a solid starting 5. Denver's solid starting 5. OKC solid. When you look at these teams, man, it's really hard to have that with that big 3 lineup, man. Ozzy, what's going on, sir? I'm not a Clipper fan, but I think they will win the series. Interesting. Okay, we'll see. I think they can win the series, but I still think Dallas wins it. Pusha T overrated to me, bro. Whole persona is exaggerated. Well, see, that's different. Persona is one thing, but rap and the dudes who actually rap in the bars and the dudes who actually do it and aren't like pop stars with a whole gang of ghostwriters and collaborators. Pusha T is a better battle. He's more built for a battle than Drake, right? Because he can drag Drake into the mud where Drake don't want to be in the mud. And that's why he beat him. So Meek was an easy victory for Drake because Meek just ain't really built like that. But Pusha built like that. Pusha built like that. Kendrick definitely built like that. There's a reason J. Cole went running for the hills, bro. All he talks about is selling K's. He barely sold and didn't need to sell. I'm not a big fan of the music personally. Hey, like I said, to each his own. But when it comes to those bars in a battle, he's tough to beat. With Suns and Clippers adopting a 3-star model and falling woefully short, who would you target this offseason? Which 2-way player? It's hard to say again because I don't know exactly who's going to be available. Like I said, this offseason is going to be very interesting. You're going to have to wait and see what's what. I don't know yet 100% for sure. We're going to have to wait and see on that because it's not just cut and dry. You know, we're going to have to wait and see who becomes available, what team gets bounced early. Who, you know, what coaches get let go, what front office members get let go, like who wants to get some of their own guys back, like in another location. All these things matter when it comes down to it. So we're gonna have to wait and see on it. Will a team ever come back from a 3-0 deficit? It happened in MLB, but not the NBA. I think we're getting closer to it because the way the game's played. You could have a team being absolutely ice cold for 3 games and then catch fire from 3 for a week, and they could be trouble. Like last year, Boston almost did it. Like if Jason Tatum doesn't sprain his ankle in Game 7, I think they beat Miami. So it almost happened last year. So it got the closest I've seen it in my mind last year. So I think it's possible. But against a team like Denver, I mean, that's tough, man. That's tough. A defending champ, that's extremely tough, man. Yeah, push a nasty, bro. Push a nasty. See, that's crazy. So the thing is, I don't know what area you're in, Kane. But if you were outside when that happened, Jay, I think people, the takeover was massive. The Summer Jam thing was massive. Super Ugly was massive. Like, I think that beef because everyone's like Ether, right? But I think when you think of the body of actual work, the H to the Omo, right? I think people don't know that whole battle, right? And when you do, I think I think it's a lot closer than people think, bro. Especially people who were in the streets during that battle, who were outside, who were waiting on Funk Flex, who was waiting for those mixtape drops, who was waiting for all that. Us that lived through that battle, like I said, maybe you did. I don't know what era you're in, but those who were living through that battle was a lot closer than people think. And Dante can speak on that too because he's in the city. I'm telling him, was like super ugly and all that, man. That's Takeover. Like, man, that was a beast, man. Lame. That shit was fire. Yeah, J. Cole ain't with that, man. I've been over J. Cole for a minute. He did. He did. Yep. Yeah, but not to their best player, bro. Not to their super. Not well. I'm gonna call Tatum a superstar. You take the best player off of like if you take Jimmy out of Game 7, like they did to Tatum, and that's a valid excuse. Clippers was Def Dope Boys. I was locked up on their older brother Mohawk Correctional of Philly in 08. They definitely were in the game. Yeah, man. I hear you, man. In 08, what a time. If Murray plays tomorrow, we should full court press on offense and switch and make him defend, make him liable on both ends of the court. Yeah, I've been saying they should be going at those dudes, man. Out of topic, but would you option James Outman right now? Dude sucks. No, I wouldn't because he still plays a solid center field and he's had some timely hits. But this Dodger team, I will tell you right now, they're going to have as much patience as possible leading up to the trade deadline. And then I think they're going to be like, F this, we're going to do what we need to do. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I think it's a lot closer than people think. And the people that were outside at that time know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but he was in Game 7, though. Let's cut him on the baby seat. Woo! Yeah, that was crazy, man. That was crazy, man. Get it? More in common. Yeah. I feel like the people who read about that beef on the internet, they didn't live it, just didn't hit the same, right? But I'm telling you, man, super ugly takeover. Man, those shits were Jay. And they don't understand Summer Jam, Dante. They don't understand the heat that Summer Jam was. That beef that battle was a lot closer than people think, and I refuse to debate that with anyone who wasn't part of it. I'm telling you that right now. The Heat just gonna do what the Heat do. I think they're gonna try to go after Donovan Mitchell though. Takeover is one of Jay's most iconic songs. Shows how crazy that back and forth was. Yeah, man, Takeover was so insane, bro, just nuts. So that's my favorite album of all time too. Blueprint 1, man. What if Jimmy and Ant on the Wolves and Ant wasn't Jimmy's son? That's crazy. What's your snapshot opinion of the Suns? They got a lot of problems, just like the Lakers, man. I don't know anything about baseball, so I'm sticking to basketball questions. What are the chances Ham gets fired tomorrow if we lose? Shout out to Contest that, my guy WSN. Make sure to pull on over there to contest that on his YouTube channel, man. Great young basketball mind. Make sure to give him the support he deserves. Man, listen to him and not me coughing in y'all ear over here, man. So appreciate you pulling up, bro. Man, WSN contestant. I wish I had the answers, man. But with this Laker front office, I have no idea. Ham should have been gone around the All-Star break. For me, he wasn't. I could tell you that for everything I've heard, they really like him. Like they really, really like him as a person, as someone they feel. They feel he's someone that can steer them in the right direction. I'm not saying I'm aligned with those thoughts, but I know that the Laker organization really does like the man. Having said that, like I said, just for the level of toxic that it's reached, you can't bring him back, man. You just can't. But this Laker front office is just it's hard to get a pulse on what they're actually thinking and what they're actually going to do. And as far as having trust and them doing the right thing, when it comes to doing this, I don't know. I don't know if I'm confident in them doing it. They should. And again, I'm not even one of those guys that blames Darvin as much as everyone else. He should have never been hired in the first place. But being that he was, sometimes WSN, and this happens in business all the time. I've seen it. I've seen it a lot outside of basketball, just in business all the time. A lot of people just don't want to admit they were wrong. So they don't want to make a decision that looks like they made a mistake. So they'll double down on it and just make it worse. So while I'm not saying the Lakers are going to do that, and I hope they don't, But Darvin Ham, if the Lakers lose tomorrow, Darvin Ham should be excused or relieved of his duties by Tuesday. I doubt they do it the night of. I doubt they do that tonight. If he's a clutch client, they'll probably want to save a little face if that's the case. That's another layer to it, right? The conflict of interest is crazy. He's a clutch client, so that adds to it. So I think the Lakers are going to lose tomorrow. I hope I'm wrong. If they do lose tomorrow, then I'm hoping he's gone by Tuesday. If he's not, then good Lord, man. I don't know if I even want to cover this team next year because the level of toxicness of having Darvin Ham for another season, I just don't know if I want to deal with that. You know what I mean? So I'm not rooting for them to lose tomorrow, obviously. I'm hoping they win. But if they do lose tomorrow, I'm hoping Darvin's gone by Tuesday. But I don't know. It did look much better in Chicago. He's just never been a real true shooter, but that did. Oh, it'll turn into that JSJ. I built for that too. If we intend to fire Ham after this series, we should hold back reports. Last head coach getting fired was an awful look. Yeah, that's what I just said. The optics of how it happened with Vogel, I don't think that should happen with Darvin. Like I think that if he is not let go Tuesday, sometime early this coming week, if they lose tomorrow, just kind of to repent a little bit for how it went down with Vogel. But that was also some dirty journalism there. Guys that were sometimes, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes these dudes will do that, man. But like clearly someone in the Laker organization trusted the wrong person. And that came out quicker than they intended to. And that's why you got to be careful. Man. Jay-Z not like that. He took young Chris' whole style. Jeff, along with many others, don't make me do it. Young Chris's style. Oh my God. Oh my God. In your eyes, what happened to R&B? Money. The groups, the era of the groups got killed because you had the lead singer making and guys not making it. Battle over money, style, credits, writing, ghostwriting, all these different things. There's a lot of parts in the business that killed R&B. Jay-Z. Yeah, true. That it makes it seem like Rob and Jeannie messed up and they don't like to let look. Yeah, it happens all the time, man. Or they'll make a move and they don't want to undo it too quick because they don't want to admit they made a mistake. And I feel that's the wrong way to do it. If you make a mistake in business, the best thing to do is correct it immediately. Just now, because why go down the path of just continuing to live with that bad mistake? And that's what separates a good business person from a bad business person. I got no problem. If I make a bad mistake today, obviously you got to look at the mathematics of it. Darvin signed a 4-year deal. They weren't going to fire him in year 1. Lakers aren't built like that. They don't got pockets like the Bucks coach, like the Bucks owner. They don't got it like that. They don't got it like the Phoenix owner who could fire Vogel after 1 year into a 5-year deal. They don't got bread like that. However, if I put the mathematics in there and you looked at Darvin is more than likely going to land an assistant coaching job. So the money he makes on that gig will dip into what the Lakers owe him. So I would be like, I would look at the math. I would look at who my replacement is. I would channel the league and I would try to figure out who would be in line to probably maybe bring Darvin in to save me pocket wise. You got to be proactive and I'd get him out of there because like I said, I don't care if it solidifies that I made a mistake. I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes. So I got no problem correcting a wrong to get right. A lot of people don't operate that way. A lot of people will run with narratives, will run with the take, will run with the stance, will run with the hire, will run with anything. And sometimes people fire people that's a mistake and file people for the wrong reason and then try to go down that path. So my thing is I have no problem correcting a mistake quick. Like, bro, I will pull a plug. I'm sure, bro, like with me, that's just, it don't matter. It's results, point blank, period. You put money in the line, I put money, I need a return on that money. Ain't no one here to take no L's on their bread. So my thing is like, if it ain't working, it ain't working. Like I said, I've had to let go of people I truly love. End of the day, just had to be done. I still help them after that. We still cool. Still help them find the next thing, but it ain't working. It is what it is. What's next? You know what I mean? That's what separates the people who can really do that and those who can't. It's that portion of it right there. Kurt Rambis back. He's funny. I said that earlier on Contest That earlier. I said, watch it be Rambis again. I actually said that earlier, man. Let's see. There's a narrative that internal strife with the Lakers between Jeannie and Rob versus younger Bus Bros. JNR don't want narrative. Darvin was a bad decision. And that's what I'm saying. So Darvin was the bad decision. That's clear as day. I knew that at the time. It was bad when it happened. It's even worse now, right? They got to correct it. You just got to rip the Band-Aid off. Just start over with it. You got to. Jimmy's never get the ring, bro. Yeah, he definitely won't be doing it with the Heat. Killing me here. Yeah, I wish he would take a pay cut, but I don't think it's gonna happen, man. Yeah. Hero is inconsistent. And he might, Juan Stockton, shout out to you for pulling up. Appreciate you. He might get fired. I know a lot of Laker fans will say, get Jason Kidd. While Dallas is like, get rid of Jason Kidd. You know what I mean? That's like you talking about fan bases all pretty much hating theirs, man. Let's see. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Appreciate you contest that. You really said Jimmy won't win. Nah, Jimmy ain't gonna win, bro. Jimmy ain't the best player on the championship team. He ain't carrying no one to a title. I like Jimmy. That's no shade. There's a lot of guys. I don't think AD is the number one. I don't think AD can carry a team to a final and to a championship. And that's my guy. He's on my team. It just is what it is. I'm being objective. Finch is crazy. He'll be on the. I think he could still be on the sidelines, right? He gonna be out there with some crutches or sitting out there. Well, I don't have no idea if he can get out there and do it. But yeah, that's crazy. A coach is getting hurt out here in this game. That's nuts. He's not getting a ring, bro. He's not. He's not. Jimmy's not a superstar, right? He never has been, never will be. Jimmy catches teams slipping, but outside of that, like look what happens when he gets to the finals. But like it's really no competition. Like he's not the best guy on the championship team. He can catch the Eastern Conference slipping at times, twice in his career, right? But outside of that, Jimmy's cool, but Jimmy ain't never been like a top 10 player in the league, right? If we're being honest with ourselves, he ain't the best player in the championship team. He's not a superstar, never has been. Would you play Vando tomorrow if he's available? Yeah. I mean, if he can get out there and defend, why not? That makes sense. I mentioned Jimmy would make a great Pippen. Yeah, it's what I'm saying. It's not that he can't get a chip. Like he could be part of a chip team, but if Jimmy is your best player, you're not winning a chip. Hannibal Lecter style. Yeah, but I won't neither. But that there's still no number one with those two. If you put those two together, quality Kev with the Lakers. If we swapped out Rui for MPJ, would we win the series? Oh man, MPJ. MPJ did not have a great series against us last year, but with no Jeff Green and no Bruce Brown out there, his touches, his usage is way up. Yeah, I mean he balled out, but he never got to a game 7. You know what I mean? So Jimmy is not the best player in the championship team. He's just not. There's a lot of guys who aren't. Those guys in the Celtics, Tatum's still trying to prove if he's that guy, right? There's a lot of guys out there still trying to prove that they're that guy. KD has never won a chip, without Clay, Dre, and Steph. Like, couldn't get there in Brooklyn, couldn't get there in Phoenix. Like, these situations matter. But Jimmy Butler never has been and never will be the best player on a championship team. It just isn't happening for him. You think AD has gotten slower laterally since 2020? He has. He's not as agile. His agility has slipped for sure. Would you target Nurkic from the Suns? I wouldn't. Too expensive. The issue with KD's game, I wouldn't necessarily say per se an issue with his game. I would say it's an issue with his mentality of how to build a team. KD still thinks because the only way he's ever won has been with like the 3-star system. So KD is out here thinking that's the only way you can win. And it's not the case, right? So he's stuck with that because the only way he's ever won was in that type of system. So he's still living in the past. He tried to build it in Brooklyn, now trying to build it in Phoenix. And that's why he couldn't go nowhere in Brooklyn. That's why he's not going to go nowhere in Phoenix. And not only that, but he's building these ones with questionable guys who are going to be on the floor. Bradley Beal, Devin Booker himself, all missing time. So, like LeBron James, Kevin Durant trying to build his team and trying to construct it in his way, it's gonna burn him. He'll never win a championship again as the top guy on the team. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And that ship has sailed. I'll say the same for LeBron. LeBron James is not going to win a championship as the best player on the team anymore. It's not going to happen. Steph Curry's not going to win a championship as the best player on his team anymore. It's not going to happen. Jimmy Butler never has and never will win a championship as the best player on the team. Didn't happen and it's not going to happen. Just the way it goes, man. When did you think AD started regressing laterally? I think when he tried to bulk up in 2021, 2022, and kind of his injury in 2021 had him out a lot. And then he just was out a lot those couple of years. And I just think like he tried to change his game to stay healthy. And age, your body's change as it matures. His agility when he was younger, as he's aged now, age 30, while still in his prime, his body has changed. And that happens. AD looks noticeably slower from the championship year. Underrated narrative. No, I've been saying that for the longest time, that his best ability is agility, and he's lost that to an extent. So, AD is 30 years old. That happens. I think once the Russ trade happened, the biggest mistake was making him gain weight, and he forced to play center. He would have been better, especially next to Russ, if he stayed light. Yeah. So just the bulk up situation was bad. A team of great role players will win a championship. Yeah, but you still need a bona fide, like in today's era, you still need a go-to guy. Do you think Pels get swept? Probably. Defense does win championships. Do you think Greg Oden would have been a superstar with no injury? Superstar, I don't think so. I think he would have had a very good long career and would have been able to make an impact, but I don't think he ever would have been a superstar. I didn't think he was that great in college. I was never high on Greg Oden. How did the 04 Pistons beat us without a superstar? Because the Lakers were beefing. Karl Malone got hurt. Gary Payton was old. Kobe and Shaq were beefing. That was the end of a 5-year run, 8-year run, really, but of a 5-year championship run. And if you notice, teams fall apart after certain reign. And just like the Heat in 2014, just like the Warriors in 2019, the Lakers in 2004, the team just ran its course. Phil was gone. Shaq was gone after that. Most of the team was gone. Derek Fisher left. Peyton left. Malone retired. That team ran its course. And that just happens over time. Yeah, those one chippers are crazy. Those one chippers yap forever. So Nuggets, Kings with Malik Monk healthy, and were the two bad matchup for the Lakers. The Wolves are like a half bad matchup because we lost to them a couple times over some questionable calls. We've beaten them, but they have a team that's not a great matchup for us, but I think we could have beaten them. It would have been tough, but I think we could beat them. They could obviously beat us too, but it's a much better matchup for us than Denver. Yeah, he did win in 2004. Shaq winning with Wade made me think what we could have been if him and Kobe stayed. My homie said Kobe was too selfish at the time to make it work. They were both selfish at the time. It came a point where it was time to pass the torch to Kobe, and Shaq wasn't ready to do it. So I was in that era, man. So I could tell you, I watched every single game. I read every article. I could tell you everything there is about that era. And like Kobe was putting the work in, Shaq wasn't. And just again, it ran its course. And Kobe definitely had some selfishness when he was coming up, but also got to the point where Kobe, it was time to pass it, and Shaq just was never willing to do it. Shaq was much more welcoming of letting it be D Wade's team than he ever was with Kobe. So that's why that worked. It's because Shaq went there and kind of humbled himself a little bit and knew, I have to have this guy buying in and lock in. I can't have the issues I had with Penny and then the issues I had with Shaq. I can't have it again with Wade. And then it still kind of happened, right? And then he got traded to Phoenix after that because there still kind of became somewhat of a little rift there at the end. That just happened with Shaq, like where he would be. So, but Shaq was much more open-minded with Wade than he ever was with Kobe. Rasheed Wallace would feast in today's NBA. Oh, for sure. If you would the Suns GM, what would you do? I think you got to think about breaking that up, man. You're not going to win anything, and that's a lot of money being paid, and it's going to be harder to get anything for those guys every year. So I think you've got to consider it now. I just think you do. Yet Shaq passed it to Wade, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. Did Vogel get fired? Yes, he did. Oh, for Suns, not yet. I'm talking about Lakers. He got fired by the Lakers. He has not been fired by the Suns yet, but he very well might be. What odds would you give the Lakers if Murray doesn't play? What would be your game plan, offense, defense? I still say it would be tough. It's still on the road. It's still against Denver. You still have Joker, who's masterful of getting his role players involved. I would expect Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon to step up. I would expect Reggie Jackson to have potentially a 20-point game because he's had moments where he's killed the Lakers. Murray has not had a fantastic series. He's had an okay series. So if he doesn't play, then I still expect some other guys to step it up. I mean, KCP has yet to play great. Maybe he has a game where he hits 3 or 4 threes. So my game plan would be to let Joker do his thing and try to stop the others, because those other guys aren't great at getting their own shot like Murray can. So let Joker do his thing, and if he goes for 45, 50 points, let him go his things and do your best to limit Gordon and Michael Porter Jr., and that's going to put you in a much better place to try to get a win. But even without Murray, I think it's still going to be a tough time for the Lakers to get the win. Again, I hope they get it. I'm praying they get it. Gonna have to wait and see. Immature, yeah. I heard Shaq had a falling out with Pat Riley towards the end of his Heat tenure, which led to the midseason trade to the Suns. He did. Shaq had a falling out almost everywhere. It's kind of what Shaq did. Shaq was a presence, man, both on the court and off. And Shaq is very sensitive, very, very sensitive. And I can tell you this from many different perspectives. Shaq is a very sensitive guy. And it doesn't take much for you to rub him the wrong way and for him to get upset with you. They got to make sure AG played like he did yesterday the rest of the series. Yeah, if not for AG going crazy in game 3, this is probably a 2-1 series or game 2, right? The Lakers could easily, 3-1. The Lakers could easily be up 3-1 in this series. The problem is just the mental aspect of beating Denver just was never going to allow it, right? But if this was any other team and the way these games have gone, I think the Lakers would be up 3-1. But because it's Denver and Denver's in their heads, they're down 3-1. And that's why I didn't want them in the first round. Who's been the biggest disappointment from the Lakers this series? Braun and AD's ability to play 4 quarters. D'Angelo Russell for 2 games. Rui Hachimura. Spencer Dinwiddie. I think a lot of things. Darvin Ham. A lot. And that's why they're down 3-1. No doubt. I'm about to fall out right here too, man. Appreciate you, JSJ. The Nuggets getting 5 only got 1 true ball dominant player, and that is Murray. Our starters have Braun, Reeves, D'Lo, and dominant player. It just man, the others are just, they play so great together, man, and they just kill. But I know, guys, I'm gonna follow JSJ's lead here. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down, man. I'm tired too. I'll be back here tomorrow. Obviously, the game's tomorrow. I'll do some pregame. Might do some Dodger videos tomorrow. Might hit you with a couple videos tomorrow, man. Probably drop a members only video tomorrow. So make sure to become a member, any mid-level, or full mid-level. The link is in the description. For less than the cost of lunch, you become a member for an entire month. So go ahead and become a member. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Come on, guys. That's the least you can do on the video here. We're sitting here. We got 59 likes on the video, so I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, too. Like I said, about 30% of the people that are here on a nightly basis have yet to subscribe to the channel. So I'd mean a lot if you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on the video. I've also pinned at the top of the chat the link to our playback room. I'll be calling the game live tomorrow. You get to watch it for free with me tomorrow. So go ahead and join our playback over there at playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV. It is free. Even if you don't have time to watch the game tomorrow, help your boy grow up the channel, man. Get up there, become a member. The best basketball breakdown on playback when it comes to the X's and O's and the analytics, CBA, and the whole business of the game. Follow me over on playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. So thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you for JSJ. Thank you for Kurt, man. Prayers to Search. Hopefully he's good. He's been ghosting me. Hopefully Search is good. Good to have some moderators in here tonight. So appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. And like I said, stay safe. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night. Have a great Monday. Go Lakers. Go Dodgers. Talk to y'all tomorrow, man. Appreciate y'all. Stay safe.